Stop wasting time on GoHighLevel AI videos that barely scratch the surface. This is the ultimate high-level AI tutorial, the one that shows you every feature step by step so you can master it faster and more in depth than anywhere else. And to make this even easier, I'm going to give you my AI prompts right down below for free. That way you can train your AI chatbots and AI voice agents in minutes. So first off, we're going to start with AI voice agents. So those are AI robots that talk to you on the phone and do customer support and sales. Then we're going to go over conversational AI. So that is AI chatbots that can answer text messages, social media DMs, WhatsApp, and so much more. Then we're going to go in depth on knowledge bases and training your AI chatbots and AI voice agents, just train your AI in general. So basically it works the way you want it to work. Then we're going to go over content AI. So that's basically generating images and text via AI to save you a ton of time on websites, workflows, and the whole 9 yards. Then we're going to go over reviews AI, which basically is a AI that responds to Google and Facebook reviews. This is huge for reputation management and can boost your local SEO like crazy. Then we're going to be going over funnels AI, which is how to generate funnels with AI in seconds. This is super powerful. Then we're going to be going through workflow AI, which is basically an automation copilot to help you build automations using AI. Then we're going to be going through Ask AI, which is one of the newest high-level AI features, which is basically an agentic solution to do tasks for you, and it keeps getting better. Then at the end, we're going to go over some AI pro tips. Okay, so like pricing, how to turn this on for sub accounts, how to use rebilling, and all kinds of other stuff so you can make extra money and scale faster with AI. So we're going to come right into our GoHighLevel dashboard and we're going to come right down to AI agents. But instead of starting immediately in the voice AI tab, we're actually going to start with the knowledge base. This is a little hack that's going to save you a couple minutes of time. It's just something I've figured out with this new layout. And if you don't know what the knowledge base is, it is basically where the AI agent pulls from to talk to leads. So it's the data that it's trained on. AI agents and AI chatbots don't just know everything. They have to be trained on specific data sets. That's how this process works. So what I'm going to do is first show you how to properly train this and then show you how this is a shortcut in making this process faster. Again, starting with the knowledge base is just going to make training your AI voice agents way faster. So we're just going to click create knowledge base and you're going to plug in the name of the sub account here. A knowledge base is, I believe, as you want in each sub account, but we're just going to start with one. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put the client's website in. This is so important because we want it properly trained on pricing, FAQs, and all that good stuff. And again, you can add FAQs down here if you don't have the website or whatnot, but this will get a lot of those answers, so we're good. So we're just going to click get data, and it's going to go through. It's basically going to plug in the website, fetch the pages, so it can now pull from it. So now I want to show you a little hack that's going to make your AI agent perform even better. And it's not just plugging in its website. It's basically plugging in all the data on a niche possible. That's why I have created this prompt for you to use. It'll be right down below that will fast track this process. I've taken a lot of time in making this. I've had to craft this and test this so many times, but it works so well. So all you're going to do is you're going to copy this exact prompt. Okay. You're going to come into ChatGPT or whatever you're going to paste. And then what you're going to do is you're going to plug in your niche. So we're going to do plumber. And what this is going to do is this is going to get all of the plumber stuff it can think of. So it's a master at the plumbing niche. And then what we can do is we can plug it in so it also knows everything plumbing. So it's important to train it extra for it to work better. So again, this is incredibly important in training your bot. And soon you're going to be able to upload files, which is going to be awesome because you could probably upload a voice file, which would be so amazing. So that'd be crazy good. But as of right now, we're just doing it through the web crawler. So now we're going to go back to ChatGPT and we're going to copy all of the stuff that it let out, all of this amazing stuff. So we're going to copy this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come to a Google Sheet, or you can go to a web page on your website, or really anything, is we're going to paste all of this in here. And we now have basically a extra database with all things plumber related. Then you can come right in here. You can come here. You can click anyone with the link. And then what we do is we're going to copy, like there's all kinds of different softwares. You can even plug this in on a website page if you wanted, but we just need a way to basically plug this in. So once we have that copied, what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to paste this just like we put in with the website. Now it is trained on 2 different URLs. So this is the key part in training an AI chatbot. Number 1, it knows all things about the company that is trained on, hence the website. And number 2, it knows all things about the niche. So it's an expert of both and it has more context to answer. Again, this is a big reason why a lot of people mess up is their AI chatbots aren't properly trained because they don't have enough data. So now that this all looks good, we're going to go back to all knowledge bases and you'll see it's right here, Dave's Plumbing. And if you want to edit it, you just click this or delete it just like that. But now that we have Dave's Plumbing knowledge base set, we're now going to come to AI voice agents and set this entire process up. So we're going to come right in here. We're going to click create agent and we're going to just breeze through this process. So first thing, we're going to name our chatbot. We're just going to do Rebecca, leave the business name in here. You can pick whatever language you want. So scroll through on what language you want. Then we have the voices. This is really important because they have a ton of different voices in a ton of different languages. And you want to pick what fits your business best. So if you want to test out a voice, we click Phoebe and we just go play.
Part of our happiness depends on our disposition, not our circumstances.
We'll click Jennifer.
The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend.
Okay, we'll do Mark.
Happiness can exist only in acceptance.
So you pick whatever voice you want, okay? Just like this. It's so easy. It's so simple. But I would go through it and pick which one you want first. So pick what you want, go through them, test them. And again, you can just click play to test them. But then from there, you're good. Then you're going to pick the time zone of the bot. Inbound call, we don't have outbound yet, so that just stays the same. Then we have agent's initial message. So this is exactly what the AI chatbot's going to say first when it picks up the phone. So this is pretty good what we have here, but you can tweak this and have it be like, hey, what's up? Or like, hey, how you doing? Like make it more simple, but this is pretty good what we have here. So once all of this is good and you're like, okay, I like all this, we're going to go to advanced settings because this is just the last part in this process, which is a couple last tweaks. So you can have call limit. Okay, so that's how long the call goes. You can do response speed, so how fast it responds. And then you can have idle time reminder, which is how long it'll be idle after people just are silent. So I would maybe even do like 5 seconds or 4 seconds on this. Then you'll be good. So I wouldn't go much further, but these are just a little extra additional settings. As you see here, you can pick what you want, but I think most of it's good. And you may want to put a time limit on just so people aren't yapping forever because this does cost money. And then once this is all good, we're just going to click next. So now what we come to do is select the knowledge base. And the reason I had you do this first is if you do this the other way around, this is just a little high level pro tip, is that in this new setup, you actually have to leave the AI voice agent, go into knowledge base created, set it up, then come back out, then come back in, and then come to agent goals. So it's like an extra minute to 2 minutes of going back, and you have to like redo your steps. Where if you just do this first, it makes it much cleaner. And again, it's like a 1 to 2 minute difference. It's huge. So we're going to click that right there. Then very important, we want to switch to advanced mode. This is another thing a lot of people aren't doing. It's why their chatbot isn't answering the way they want it. So you may be like, what the heck is this? It's a prompt. Guess what I have? Another prompt for you. This again is yours free right down below. This will save you so much time and make your chatbot work so much better. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this big boy right here. Okay. We're going to click copy. And then we're going to come back into ChatGPT and we're going to paste this. And now what you have to do is you just have to fill out each of these. So when we plug it back in, it is completely trained on your business. This will save you so much time and stress. So the first thing, we're going to enter the bot's name. So remember the name you put in for it, it'll be Rebecca. Okay. The business name, you're going to put your business name in here. So we're going to do Dave's Plumbing. So make sure it's space. Then we're going to put the business type. So guys, this is the niche if you didn't know. So we're going to do plumber. Mission. So what is the goal? Services. So I would just be more general. I would say like general plumbing services, and then maybe main one is hot water installs. And then any ones you absolutely do not do, you can plug them in there just so it knows. But again, it's already getting the website plugged in, so that should be good. We're going to do general. By the way, it already knows my spelling error, so it doesn't really matter. But then we're going to do personality. This one's important. So what do you want the personality of the bot to be? Do you want it to be happy, mean, rude, whatever? So we're going to do cheerful and patient. Then tone, sympathetic. And then the feeling, this is really important, guys, because this is going to help a lot. You want to do cared for and validated. This is what people want, especially when it comes down to stuff like customer service. This is really, really important. And then good vibe. This is kind of how they end the call. So we're just going to do amazing. Have an amazing day. And then we're going to click enter. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all of these. So the personality tone, it's going to fill them out all in these different brackets. And it's going to basically create super data. Guys, I wish you could understand how much this is going to help you. If you don't understand AI, like this took me so long to build because a lot of people think they can just go to ChatGPT and generate a prompt and you're done. No, it actually doesn't work that way. You generate something, you plug it in, and the AI agent still messes up. So I've had to spend so much time crafting this to get it to work just the way I wanted it. And that's why this is such a hack, because it's going to help you so much more. So then we're going to come right back to ChatGPT and we're going to get all of this that we just got. Okay, we're going to copy this. We're going to come back in here and we're going to paste it right in here. So now we have the prompt that's going to train this on its personality and basically telling it what it is. Again, huge hack. It's going to make it work much better. Now, okay, the actions you want it to take. Now, if you click new action here, you get call transfer, trigger a workflow, send SMS, update contact field, book an appointment, or a custom action. So I'm going to walk you through these and what each of these does. So first one is call transfer. So in call transfer, you can have the AI agent transfer the call to a real human, okay? And the way you do this is you put in the name, you pick the number you want it to be transferred to, then you put in when you want it to happen. So when they say, send me a human, or I want to book an appointment, whatever you want it to be, you put it in there. And then what to say right before. So it'd be like, okay, you're now being transferred to an agent. And once you have this set up, what this is going to do, as soon as they say a certain phrase, it's going to transfer the call from the agent to a human. This is killer for sales process. And you can use these for setters too, if you didn't know. But once that's all good, you can then click save. Whisper message is just like the press 2 for lead that pops up to warn them. But other than that, that's how call transfer works. It's very, very straightforward and very simple. Trigger a workflow. So this is really cool. You can have your AI agent trigger an actual automation in HighLevel when it says anything, which is huge. It could be like a nurture sequence based on the phone number. It could be sending an SMS. It could be whatever. And again, to start this, you put in the action name, you select the exact workflow you want. Then you have when to trigger the workflow. So when they say a certain word or whatever, you plug that in. And then what to say when the workflow is being triggered. So it could be like, I just sent you a text. You put it in there. Very simple, very straightforward. You just follow that and you're good to go. Then you click save and then you have your workflow triggered. Then you have send SMS. This is how you can send an SMS to them live. So you could be like, hey, did you get the appointment? And then boom, you sent them a text or whatever. Hey, I'm going to text you the details, whatever you want. Again, you can get creative with this. But you put in your action name, you type in your message, or you put in an SMS template like this. Boom, check that out. If you don't understand SMS templates, go watch my other videos to create those. Then you can put when should the SMS delivery take place. Again, just like all the others, when they say a certain phrase or whatever the scenario is, you put it in there and it's going to do it. Then what to say before sending an SMS. You could be like, hey, we just texted you. So fill those in just like that. Very simple. Click save. Guys, again, if you have any questions on this, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll answer as quickly as possible. Then we have update contact field. And what this does is this basically can update contacts in GoHighLevel. So it could change it to, putting a tag on it. It could change the first name, the number, whatever you want, it can do it. To do this, you plug in action name, you pick the contact field that you want change. It could be a custom field too. You pick when to do it, just like the others, when they say it. You can overwrite an existing contact field, and then you put in the example. That way it goes in and it will switch a contact field based on what you say, which is cool. And then you can do this during the call. So it can ask them during the call, or you can do it after the call. So as soon as the call ended, it then moves that contact to warm lead or whatever the tag you want to put in, or really whatever you guys want. That one's pretty cool. And then you just click save and then you're done. So after this, we now move on to the most important, which is booking appointments. This is amazing because what you can do with this is you can have your AI agent book appointments for you. This is like one of the most valuable parts. And it's cool because they will actually book appointments in your calendar with their email, with reminders set up. Like this, you can sell for a lot of money, guys. This is awesome. And the way to do that is very simple. Once you click book appointment, you pick the exact calendar you want. You then days of offering dates, then you click appointments per slot, and then hours between slots. So this is very simple. It is very straightforward. You pick what you want. I think these are great the way it is. I think you just got to pick your calendar. And once that looks good, you then click save. And now this part is set up. So then it's ready to move on booking appointments. And again, you guys have to plug this in for this to work. I see a lot of people where they skip this and they're like, why isn't it booking appointments? It's like, because you didn't set it up properly. And you can see right here, it's kind of got these cool little cards. It makes it look better. But last but not least, we have custom action. This is in beta mode. This is basically doing like stuff with webhooks or real custom stuff inside of GoHighLevel. This is a little confusing, but you put in your action name, you put the same thing when you want it to happen, and then you put when to execute the action. So after they say something or whatever, and then you have where it gets a little more complicated, which is putting in APIs, variables, all kinds of stuff. I'm not really going to go over this because I don't do a lot of stuff with custom webhooks, at least on this end. I do it behind the scenes, but not like for each client. But this, if you want to get real sneaky with it, just know that this is where you can do that. Then when you're done, you just click save, or you can test your webhook. So those are the actions. That's very important that you set those up, guys. Depending on what you're doing, you want to make sure that is solid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come right down here. Last but not least, you can trigger a workflow when the call is completed. You can kind of already do that with triggering a workflow. But again, this is another way you can do it. You can click this. You pick the workflow you want. This is really great because this can immediately get people in nurture sequences. Again, guys, this is how you make a lot of money. And then right here, you can receive email notifications after the call is completed. And I recommend just leaving this as all admins unless you want to assign to a specific user, like someone who's contacting it. But pick which one you want. And then once you're done, you're going to click next. So now we move on to the last part, which is phone and availability. So the first thing I want to go over is just pricing and how this works. So basically, you have two different options for using your AI voice agent. You have per usage, which I believe is 13 cents on the Google website per minute, which actually isn't bad. Or you can pay $97 a month and get unlimited of all AI, which actually is pretty dang handy if you're doing high volume. I don't recommend you use AI Employee if you have low volume because you're literally just going to spend more. If you're doing not a lot of calls, break down the basic math right here with the calculator and you'll know that it's not a good deal. But if you have high volume, know with AI Employee with 97 a month, you can basically get everything unlimited. So if you have a client that's doing a chat, voice agents, reviews, AI, everything, this could be awesome. Buy it for 97 a month and then upsell this exact thing to them for $300, $400, $500. And it's very valuable. They'll keep paying, but you get it way cheaper. So this is like a really, really good deal if that's what you want. So if you sign up using my link right down below or my Go High Level link, just to let you know, you'll get access to trainings on how to sell Go High Level, trainings on how to master high level, trainings on how to use AI like in depth, tons of prompts, okay, private community, tons of free snapshots, like snapshots in every vertical, like insane ones, agency ones, the whole 9 yards. I mean, so much stuff for free if you're using either Go High Level or my AI Employee link, which again, I recommend you check out because you will get it for free if you sign up. Even with that 30-day free trial link, there's also a free trial link for the AI Employee. So you can test all this stuff, which I recommend you guys do so you can learn how to use it. But also, it's a no-brainer because by you signing up, you're getting all of this extra stuff for free. Again, I've won a ton of awards. I have a ton of testimonials. You can see on the link right down below. You will see, like, I have the proof to show you that I know what I'm talking about. I also go the extra mile in the trainings and make sure you're up to date. And it's the kind of thing where if you want to take this and really do well with this, it's a no-brainer for you. And again, it's free if you're using high level. So go check that out. But now we move on to one of the really cool parts, which is picking your phone number, but also using other people's phone numbers. This is something I'm not seeing a lot of other people online on YouTube do right now because they don't know how to do it, but I'm going to show you right now. So the first thing you can do is you can pick the number you have in Go High Level. So you just select it like this, and then you're good to go. Or you can click by number. Okay, it's going to take you to the phone numbers, and you can quickly add a number. I have other videos on this that are very simple and very straightforward, but you can just add a number by coming in and clicking add number. Like, it's so easy. And you just pick whatever number you want like this and buy it. It's $1 for a number. And if you already have a Go High Level number like I do, again, you can just select it right here, and then you're done. But you now may be like, well, my client already has a phone number. And this is the cool part. And I've done this with a lot of clients. This is where it becomes awesome. And we can set up call forwarding. So whenever someone calls the AI agent or however, they get in contact with it, it's immediately going to forward to their number. So you may then be like, well, wait a minute. They have a phone number though. They don't want to use a new phone number. This is what you can do. And this is an awesome trick. It's called call forwarding. Now you can do this both different ways. Okay. So you can do it from their number going to AI voice agent or the AI voice agent going to their number. I'm going to show you how to do it in high level, depending on what number they have. So you can come right in here to edit configuration. And all you're going to do is you're going to put in the number you wanted forwarded to. Very simple, very straightforward. You plug in the number, right here. And then you basically go through any other little basic stuff like this. So use verify, numbers, caller ID, enable call connect feature, whisper message, which is like, we have a lead for you on the phone, and any other little things you want, and then click save. And it's now going to forward these calls to that number. And again, guys, if they're using another number, you can just set up call forwarding to go to the AI voice agent. It works both ways. So if they have AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, you do the same thing, guys. I'm telling you, it's so easy. You can even do it on their app, I believe. But that way you're sending to the number or you're sending this to their number. However you want to go, it's call forwarding. You do it very simple like that. Again, you just click edit configuration and you plug it in just like this. And you can do this on literally every carrier. It's so simple. It's so straightforward. And this is a hack for getting them to not have to switch their phone number, because a lot of people don't want to switch their phone number because people already know their phone number. It would be like a branding nightmare and a lot of leads would be confused, but you can just set up call forwarding and then you're done. So that's a really good hack because a lot of people are like constantly asking me like, oh my gosh, like how do I use, my client's number? Like, the answer is call forwarding. And again, you can do this in high level and any other app. It's basically the same thing. And this is just such a hack because if you have someone that's getting high volume and they're like, oh, I don't want to keep, plugging people in, doing all this crap, like you set up call forwarding and you're done. Enable AI agent as backup to phone numbers pull if you want to do that. If you want, it says if call forwarding number doesn't respond, which is great, which is if, you have agents, multiple people, and then someone's busy, it'll take over, which is awesome. And then you basically can set working hours for agent, which can be 24/7, or you pick the exact days, but I recommend it's 24/7. It's just way better. From there, everything looks good. We then click save, and then your AI agent is done. That's the setup process. So in your voice agent, if you want to edit it all, you click these three dots. You can click edit, duplicate if you want two of them, or delete it. But now what I want to do is I want to test the AI bot so you now know that this is real, and I actually want to show you why you need to test this a lot and not just immediately make this live. Before I do that, I just want to let you know dashboard and logs is pretty cool because this is going to be all of the data based on your about how long the calls are, where they came from. It's going to have all the data right here, which is I recommend you look at because data is king and it's how you get better with this stuff. But now what I want to do is I want to start testing this bot so we can now see how well it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right in here and we're going to put in the number we want to do. +1540545454452. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna call. And what I want to do is I want to walk you through and I want to book an appointment. I actually want to like test this bot, see it works. I want to prove to you guys that it works. Hello?
Hi there. How can I assist you today?
Hey, I'm just trying to get my poopy toilet fixed, and yeah, I need an appointment ASAP with the Dave's Plumbing.
Got it. Let's get that. Do you want to book an appointment? I can suggest some available slots for the next few days.
Do you guys have Thursday open by chance?
Let me check that for you. We have openings on Thursday at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. What time works best for you?
2 p.m., please.
Great. Before we proceed, could you please provide your email address so we can send you the appointment confirmation?
Yes, it's going to be LordDeclan777 @gmail.com.
Thank you. Just to confirm, your email is LORDDEKLAN77 @dmail.com. Is that correct?
No, it's a C instead of a K.
Got it. So it's LORDDECLAN777 @dmail.com. Is that right?
Yes, that's it.
Your appointment is all set for Thursday, May 29th at 2 p.m. You'll receive a confirmation email.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day and good luck with the plumbing.
Hey, one last thing. I just want to say thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day and goodbye.
All right, peace. So that was pretty cool. I said a C instead of a K, and it literally knew exactly what to say. If you said that to a human, they might be like, okay, and they might take a second. Like out of context, I put no context. That's insane. I don't really like Mark's voice. That's the agent we use in here if we go to agent. Mark, I prefer some of the other ones because some of them sound more human-like. That one's good. It's good, but I'm not the biggest fan. But now what I want to do is I want to go over and I want to actually see if it booked my appointment on the calendar. So now we're going to come back here and we're going to go up to calendars. Let's do estimate call. I believe that was when we picked. Look at that. How freaking cool is that? We come right in here. We got meeting with Declan, Lord Declan, 7@gmail. Got it perfectly. Got the phone number, got everything. Plugged it in. We're done. How cool is that? Imagine you get someone with high volume that's getting a lot of calls in. This can just fill their calendar. You can use this as a setter. You can use this as customer service. You can use this as a sales bot. Like this is the future, guys. I talk about this all the time on my channel, but like it needs repeating. AI is the future. You're not going to escape it. There's no way. Okay. It's just becoming very powerful. You need to take advantage of it now so you can make money. This isn't some sort of scare tactic. This isn't a joke. It is taking over. You can see the way the world is moving right now. Everything is moving towards AI. If you can get on this now, there are like untold riches waiting. Like I've never seen anything move this quickly that can solve this many problems. And it's so easy to set up. Like I just did this. I mean, the value this is providing is unreal. Okay. Like most things, like you got to build a website. It takes so much time. Email campaigns, so much time. Like reputation management, all these things can take a lot of time. This is very little effort for the amount of money you can make on autopilot every single month without having to do that much. Like the arbitrage of work value and money is insane here. And again, guys, these tactics are how I win all these awards on the wall. I use the most cutting edge stuff. And I use the best strategies and the best ways of setting up, which I just showed you now, and I give it to local service business owners. So 3 last little pro tips I want to show you is when you get this set up, immediately make sure the Google business profile, again, if you have call forwarding, this works, so don't worry about it, but you want to make sure all the numbers across all of their profiles have the AI voice agent. So many people will not connect this everywhere, and it loses its impact when it's only in a couple. You want this to hit really hard by having it everywhere, especially on the website. Make sure you rig this up. You have it all over the website. The last thing I want to show you is make sure you test this thing, okay? You can test this, I think, for 10 minutes for free every single day. If you come right in here, please test. Like this is like one of the main things I can say to you, because if you test it, you'll see if it has flaws, or you'll see if your prompt isn't good enough. You'll also see if the knowledge base and the data you put in wasn't good enough. Maybe the website needs pages added. So it's like a little SEO thing. This is going to make it work that much better. This is so important that you do this. Like I could not say this enough. So please make sure you test a lot and you make sure you get it just the way you want. And then you release this bad boy and it's game over. And then you do this for every client and you rack in that recurring money.
We're going to come right into your sub account. You're going to go right down to AI agents and you're going to go to Conversation AI. Now, first thing I want to do is just show you around the dashboard because this is very, very important. So this is what your dashboard will look like when you have agents in it. Now, if you come to these 3 dots, there are a couple things you can do. You can click edit to edit it. You can open in a new tab. You can set as primary, meaning the primary bot only works on chat widget and a couple other things. You can delete it. You can copy the URL for the marketplace, or you can sell on the marketplace. So the marketplace, if you don't know, is a place where high-level people, okay, and the high-level people in the ecosystem or anyone around it can sell their products. This is really cool. I have other videos on this, so check it out if you want to, see what it's about. It's very interesting, but drop a comment and it'll guide you in the right way. But that's what this will look like when you have your AI bots. Now, when we come in here, there's these two buttons, manage knowledge base, then create bot. We're going to get into that later because it's important, but this is how you basically create the data from the AI chatbots to pull from. But then we're going to go to create bot and you're going to get two options. Guys, these are some of the big updates HighLevel rolled out. Okay, you have two different kinds of bots you can create. You have create prompt-based bot and create guided form setup. Two different ones, drastically different setup. So we're going to start with create prompt-based bot. So you're going to click this right here, and you're going to have 4 different options. 1, general Q&A, which is just answering questions. 2, heavily geared booking appointments on a calendar. 3, marketplace templates. We talked about the marketplace earlier. You can go on and buy said template, but don't worry, I got a sweet prompt for you in a bit that's completely free. You're going to love it. Or you can start from scratch. For the sake of this video, we're going to do appointment booking because that's going to be the goal of the chatbot. Then we're going to click continue. Then you're going to be brought to the classic page that looks just like this. You've seen this before, and I'll walk you through it. First, we got to name the bot. We're going to do Mary. We then want to make sure this is on autopilot. Then in this channel, you either want to drop down and select these or unselect them or click the X if you don't want them. These are the channels on which the bot will respond on. So if you have SMS, it will respond to the SMS text messages. If you have Facebook, it will respond to the DMs. If you have chat widget live chat, that's going to do the chat widget and so on and so forth. This is where you pick where you want it to respond. And again, you just click it or you click off or click the X to get it. So pick what you want. Then we're going to put the business name in, Dave's Plumbing, a classic. Then we're going to pick the time for responding. So how fast do you want it to respond? I actually recommend you do 5 seconds. It's just better. It doesn't look too scammy. Then you're going to want to pick the maximum messages a bot can send in a conversation. Now you do want to have a cap to this because if someone's just asking stupid questions going back and forth, it's just stupid. So I say 10 is good. Send bot to sleep when someone sends a message manually. This is if a human sends a message, it will automatically shut it down. We'll get into that a little more later with the actions, but you can leave that off. And then right here, you have the pricing. So you can either go with the 0.01 cents per response or $97 for unlimited AI. To be honest, I recommend you stick with the current plan. It's way cheaper as of the making of this video. Okay, and then set bot as primary. This is really important if you're trying to use the chat widget, and you just click that on if you want this to be the primary bot. So once we have everything looking good in here, we're just going to click save. Then once we have that all done, we start to move on to the important part, which is bot training. Now we need to go over knowledge base. So very simply, a knowledge base is where the AI pulls its info from. It doesn't just pull it from the ether. It's not just this sentient being that knows all things. It has to pull from some sort of knowledge base. And as of right now, it can't be just connected to the internet because there's all kinds of compliance laws around it. So it has to be based off of something. So what you can do is you can select the one you have right here if you have it, and it'll look like that. But if you want to create a new one, we're going to click create new right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do Dave's knowledge base. And we're just going to do all Dave's knowledge. Spelled that wrong. Okay. And then we just click save. But what this is going to do is this is actually going to pull up the knowledge base for us to edit. And if we come right in here, back where you'll see, you can click knowledge base and get it right there too, just to let you know. But this is really, really important because this is how you train your bot. So you have a couple different options. You have web crawler. This is going to be pulling from a website. FAQs, this is just preloading a bunch of FAQs, which can be very handy. And then some stuff with tables that is coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to do add source. We're going to do web crawler right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in the URL of your client's website. Very important. This is like how it will know their data. Then once you have the URL, and you'll then click extract data. So I recommend you do what I'm about to do next, whether they have a website or not. And that is using my niche mastery prompt. Again, this is right down below, guys. You can get it completely for free. This took me forever to build. It will save you a lot of time. And I promise you, it's free. You don't even have to sign up for my affiliate. So don't worry. You can just have it. It's yours. And this has saved me a lot of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right in here. We're going to copy said prompt. We're going to come to ChatGPT. We're going to paste, and then we're going to fill in these blankies. So what we're going to do is we're going to do plumbing. You're going to put in your niche right like that. Then we come right into ChatGPT. We're going to paste, and all we're going to do is put the niche right in here. So we got plumbing, and then you're going to click enter. Now, what this is going to do, okay, it says a God level plumbing knowledge base. This is going to just pull out everything on plumbing. It's just creating this massive bank of knowledge on the plumbing niche so it knows certain stuff. Because the website might not be enough, because what a lot of people do with these AI bots and where they go wrong is that they barely give it actual knowledge to pull from. It's a website with one page that doesn't really do anything. We're going to paste this thing. Okay, we're going to do it plumbing knowledge base. And very simply, we're going to click this up here or whatever you're using it on, any sort of link sharing software. We're going to copy said link. Then we're going to come all the way back to the knowledge base. We're going to add source. We're going to add web crawler. And we're going to put this exact URL in here. Because now what this is going to do is this is going to come right in here and it's going to pull from this. And I recommend you make this even longer. Okay. But you get the idea is like you want to have as much knowledge from it to pull from. And this prompt will help you so much. So make sure you use this. Again, it's right down below. You get it. It will help you so much. So now it says trained. Our knowledge base is good to go. So now what we want to do is we want to come back to Conversation AI. We have Mary. We're partway through setting it up. We're going to come right back to bot training, as you see right here, and we're going to select Dave's knowledge base. We have what we need and we are good to go. And again, you can always beef up the knowledge base more if you want, but now we have something that it can pull from. So from there, we're going to click save and we're going to move on to the next most important part of getting this bot dialed in is the bot goals page. And guys, this right here, the auto follow-up is outbound messaging. It's insane. It is so awesome. It is a massive update they made. I am using it to this day and it is crushing for me. So I'm going to go over that in just a sec. So stay tuned. So what a lot of people do is they come in and they either leave this the way it is or they kind of tinker around and fill this with some random stuff. And I've gone through this process and it was very annoying. It was like, man, going through this takes too long. So what I did for my internal team, I was like, I need to create a prompt where we can just smash these AI chatbots out and have them work really well, really fast. So what I've done is I've also created this prompt for you. And this is a juicy prompt that's going to basically generate, depending on your niche, your industry, your business, a full set of AI chatbot prompts that you can just copy and paste and put in here and in seconds be ready to launch this thing. I'm telling you, please use this because this took me forever. And you'll even see right here, like little stuff like do not use emojis. Like it won't work if you put emojis in here. And like these little things that took me so long to figure out because ChatGPT and these things would keep messing up. So this is kind of the final version and it is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this right here. We're going to click copy. We're going to come right into ChatGPT. We're going to click paste and we're just going to fill each of these out like this. So assistant name, we're going to stick with Mary. Business name, remember you're going to put in your business name right in here. We're going to do Dave's Plumbing. Industry type, well, you guessed it. It's plumbing. City, again, this is really important. City, state. We're going to do Winchester, Virginia. Very important. Okay. You just put it in just like this. Industry keyword. This is important. This is just going to be like what you're trying to run for. We're going to do plumbing professionals. Unique selling points. This is like what makes you special. You can do licensed technicians. Guys, obviously tell the truth here. And any other same day appointments. Okay. Top services is important. What are the things you guys want to sell most of? So what we would do, hot water installs, fixing poopy toilets. So we just got to put that in there. And then promo. This is really important because this is going to be like your lead magnet. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do free estimates. Okay. From there, we're good to go. And then we click enter. And what this is going to do is this is going to take, okay, all of the info we had and it's going to quickly build it out. As you see, Mary, the warm professional and slightly witty AI chatbot, Dave's Plumbing, a top rated plumbing service in Winchester, Virginia, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to generate all of this stuff. But you see right in the order we wanted it, intent, personality, all that stuff as you see right here. So you don't have to fish through and do that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So first things first, personality. We're going to copy this right here. We're going to go right down and we're going to click copy. We're going to come right here, get rid of this, and we're going to enter right in here. Okay. Then we're going to come right in here, take all of this, copy. And you guys can go even more in depth on this if you want to change it, but it is just like that. We're going to take this right here. We're going to copy this as well, and we're going to enter. So now what we have, which is really interesting, is this entire thing built out so fast. I mean, you saw, I was talking while going through, you can have this done in seconds. Okay, I mean, under a minute, you can do this. Guys, this will save you so much time, and the bots turn out well. We'll demo it later, but like, please use this, guys. It's free. You don't have to sign up with an affiliate. It's right down below. This kind of stuff helps so much. So make sure you use it because it's so awesome. Now we get to the super, super awesome part, which is going over the actions. So each one of these adds a specific action you can add on top of your chatbot to make it more powerful. So first off, we have appointment booking. You're going to want to select the exact calendar you want to use because remember, it has to book a calendar. I have full videos on how to create a calendar on HighLevel if you don't know how to do that. So please go watch that. You then have don't book appointment, send booking link only. If you click this, what it's going to do is it's going to send a link to a booking appointment. It's not going to try to go back and forth and just book them based on what they say. Pause bot responses after booking. You put in the time and it's going to stop responding. Trigger workflows. We can select an automation that will trigger after it books. You don't have to, but it's just available. And then you can transfer to an employee. If you click this, you pick the exact user, and then it will go to a real person. And then allow bot to cancel appointment. Select that on. Very self-explanatory. And then allow bot to reschedule appointment. You click that on too. So first, you have booking appointment stuff that you can set in. And once you click save, it'll kind of have this blue tinge to it, show that it is in action. So that is actions for booking appointments. Trigger workflow. This is very simply having an automation fire up once something happens. So first you want to name what it would be, and then you click the workflow you want triggered. And then right in here, this is when it happens. So if they like say, hey, here's my, my name, you'd say when they say, contact name, click save. And what this will do is when they say, okay, here's my email or whatever, this automation in the background will trigger. So this is a way to have automations work hand in hand with the AI chatbot. And it's very self-explanatory and you can add as many as you want. So again, this is just to trigger automations. Then we have add contact info. So this is if you want to update fields, add custom fields, all kinds of stuff. Name right here. You pick the contact you want to be updated, then you put what to put in the field and you select it right in there. You put in exactly what you want. That way you can change contact fields when talking to them. This can be great for custom fields. So if you have a favorite soccer team, favorite Pokemon card, net worth, something you created in HighLevel custom field, you can tweak it like that. And again, right in here, like all the others, you can add more and more and more. And then click save when you're done. Then what we have is we have stop bot. So this is important. When they say something, the bot can immediately stop. And if we enable the scenario, when they say bye, when they say goodbye, when they say thank you, or you can add as many as you want or whatever you want, the bot will immediately turn off. That way, this will just stop the bot in its tracks so it doesn't keep going on. And again, you put the final message you want to say. So, sayonara, see ya suckers, or whatever you want. Obviously, don't say that, but that's the final message to say goodbye to it. Then you can reactivate the bot by clicking this and putting in the time limit after it has stopped. So if you want to do it a day, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever, it'll happen. And then it will add this custom tag. And again, you click save for it to work and you can add more scenarios. But this is great if you want to stop said bot from doing extra actions. Then right here, we have human handover. Basically, when someone says, I want to talk to a human or I want to talk to the manager, we can then assign them to a user in HighLevel. And it's going to basically trigger them, give them a notification in HighLevel, and then they can take over the appointment. So this is great if you have humans and AI working together in your sales sequence. This will help a lot, and it's a very good way to transfer when you need to talk to someone live. Really important. And then again, final message, you can reactivate the bot after X amount of time. It'll create a task for the contact. So your user, it'll be like, hey, you got to take care of this, and it'll push notification, and simple as that. And you've got a couple different ones here, and you can add new scenarios like that, but you got all kinds of stuff to do. So that's the human handover. Then we have transfer bot. This will transfer from one chatbot to another chatbot. Okay, so it depends if you have like a setter chatbot and a closer chatbot and you have a very complicated sales sequence, this is where this comes in. So you would just enable bot, pick the exact bot you want to transfer to. When it says, X word or whatever it says, it then will just send from Mary to Chanel. It'll just change the chatbot that is talking. So again, guys, all of these, you use them if you need them, but a lot of them, you're not going to need them. This last one is huge. This has actually made me so much money because it's enabled follow-ups as opposed to having automations. So guys, if you're liking this video and you want to learn more about AI bots and start your own AI agency, I have a 30-day free trial link of HighLevel down below. Okay, when you sign up with that 30-day free trial link, I'll basically give you a blueprint to starting an AI agency. Okay, and that's everything to do with chatbots and AI voice agents. So that's 4 live coaching calls per week. Okay, that is a private community where you can ask questions, respond. That is snapshots, tons of pre-built out chatbots for you, all kinds of stuff, trainings on how to master HighLevel, trainings on how to sell HighLevel, AI prompts, sales scripts, and so much more. And you get all of that, okay, over $10,000 worth of bonuses completely for free when you sign up using that link down below. So it's a complete no-brainer. Again, you're getting help just for using high level under me. And I recommend you take advantage of it because AI is taking over. It's here to stay. You cannot avoid it. And more importantly, though, a lot of people have been winning in my group and doing really well because I believe I have some of the best frameworks in the world to do this. And again, it's free for you to try. So if you're interested, either go down below, sign up with that link, check it out. Again, you can get a free trial, try it risk-free, or drop a comment down below with any hesitations or questions, and we'll get you hooked up. Back to the video. So what this now does is this enables the AI chatbot to follow up. So before, the AI chatbot could only message back if someone messaged it. Now what we have is the AI chatbot, after X amount of time, will just keep sending the messages. So you can do follow-up in your sales sequence. Guys, this is huge. The bot for the last year couldn't do anything like this. Now it can. So we then enable the scenario, then we come right down here and we pick the follow-up. So after 15 minutes, okay, AI will send a message or will trigger a workflow, and you can come right in here and unclick this, and then you can add your custom message. But AI is pretty smart. It, give them a good message. And what's this going to do? If they stop messaging back and forth, someone just goes dead, the AI chatbot is then going to say, hey, where'd you go? A little sales follow-up. And if you guys know, me and what I preach, follow-up is like 90% of sales. Like if you don't follow up, you ain't going to get no sales. So make sure you have follow-up. But here's the cool part. We can add more follow-ups. So we can go, hey, you know what? In 5 hours, let's bother them again. And then we can come down here and we can do it again in days. You guys now can build out this monster sales sequence with an AI chatbot, not even using an automation. Like this right here is so big. I wish you guys could understand. This is huge. This will help you so much. It's helped me so much. I mean, this feature alone, it's had to have made me over $10,000 already since it came out. I mean, again, I'm not promising you're going to do that. This is just my results, but it's helped me so much because I had to get rid of my automations and all this obnoxious stuff I have to set up and people messaging. It is enabled follow-up, which again is huge for sales. So this one right here will enable you to have follow-up. And if you want to add any more stuff, you can have follow-up settings where you can set hours of follow-up right like that. So whatever hours you want to do. And then dynamics channel switching, which just goes from channel to channel or in active channels. And then you click save if you want it. So that is huge, guys. You click save when you want it. And that just gave you the ability to now have your AI chatbot follow up. So we're going to click save. And then in dashboard, this is going to be your settings. I'm going to show you this a little bit later in the video under some bonus stuff. I'm going to actually show you like a live dashboard so you can see what it looks like when it's live. So that's how you do the AI chatbot the first way, very simply. So we're going to come back to conversational AI. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the simple way, okay? Which is click this right here and it's a guided form setup. So this is new, guys. This video is very advanced. This one is super quick. And I think this is better for beginners. But if you want my honest opinion, if you want the chatbot to work really well, use the prompts and follow the thing I said. It'll work way better. But if this is like, you just are like a complete noob and you're like, don't want to spend any time doing this, sure, do this one, but it's not as good. So we'll do appointment booking. We'll click continue. We're going to select a brand voice. So what this is basically like a brand board, but a brand voice you can use for AI agents, just your basic info. So you can put in your brand name. We'll do Dave's Plumbing. And then you just put in your email, your website, your address, your phone number, your business hours, and then select the brand tone. So we're going to click save, and then it's going to let us select the brand voice we clicked. So we're going to go, okay, we want that. Then we're going to click next. Same thing as before, guys, very self-explanatory. We're going to do, this one will be Lizzie, and then we can pick the exact channels. Again, you click select. I mean, it's the same exact thing as last time. You pick, if you want it to be primary bot, the time before responding, your initial message, which is the first message it sends, and then you click next. I mean, it's the same partial layout, but then we come right in here and you can pick the information you want it to collect. So you can have all of the details, a couple of the details. I recommend you click all, and then right here, it's going to go through what you want it to ask to get those details. Then right in here, you can have skip if already filled. The bot will just basically skip the question. Right in here, appointment details. If you want it to book in a calendar, pick your calendar right here. You can also pick a workflow to book after the calendar. Allow bot to cancel the appointment, allow bot to reschedule, and you can set on email notification. So you guys saw it's very similar to the other one. It just has a lot less fine tuning like the other one does. So it's very self-explanatory. Once you do the first one, you know how to do this one. But this one is if you just like don't understand anything and you're a complete noob. But with these two amazing prompts I have for you that are completely free, the other one's just so much better. Like it just works so much better. You get just such a fuller chatbot. It's so much more sentient in my opinion. So that's what I recommend you use. But you'll see right here, you can pick exactly what you want, autopilot, turn it on, turn it off. And for those of you who are wondering what suggestive is, it's where a prompt will pop up in the window. So like if someone says, hey, I want a website, a little thing will pop up that says, question 1, here's your website, or 2, hop on the call, and then you can select what you want to say. So it just basically answers for you, but you have to send the message. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. Autopilot is way better because it's a chatbot. Then you can test your bot here, or you can go to advanced settings, which then kind of takes you into something similar to what we had before, which is just selecting the kind of stuff you want, additional information. So that's really it, guys, in a nutshell for that part of the bots. You have those 2 options, and I recommend you use the first one, the create prompt-based bot, because with these prompts I have, it's just going to work way better. It will. And it's also really fast. Like this beginner one is quick, but with the prompts, my other one is pretty much just as fast. It's just not as good. I've tested both. They're just not as good. So I recommend you do that. It is just way better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test our bots. We're going to go to Mary. This is really important. Good etiquette. Test your bot, please. So many people skip out on this process. Test your freaking bot. People will run these things and be like, it didn't work. It's like, because you didn't test it. So come in here and say, hello, I need to fix my pipes. And from here, you can see how the AI bot responds, and you can come into bot goals and fine tune it if you want to change it a bit. No problem. Pipes acting up can be a real headache. I can help you book a pro from Dave's Plumbing to get things. Yeah, perfect. See, that's great. This Thursday. Okay. And again, guys, proper etiquette, please test. I'm going to say this a million times. Test. See, boom, it's now walking me through the options. I can pick what day. We're going to do 8 a.m. Perfect. Before you lock in, perfect. Okay, now it's asking for my name, email address. So you just want to go through, then make sure you check your calendar to make sure it put it on your calendar. That's the proper way you want to test this thing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the exact options here so we can actually have it booked. So we're going to do your name. So we're going to do Declan the Wizard at gmail.com. We're then going to do pipes no working. And then what this is going to do is it's basically going to take my info and then plug it into the system. Okay, so then you put your physical address and you just go through it and then you'll be good to go. So I'm going to do White Hart Lane, Virginia Beach. Perfect. Oh, look at that. As I put Virginia Beach in, but it actually knew. So that's a perfect answer because it didn't just say, okay, because they do that occasionally. But it already, because of the prompt I set up, knew exactly what I was saying. So I'll just I am on Main Street, Winchester. So now like it's actually checking me, which is huge. I'm telling you, back in the day, the bots would just say, okay, I'm booking your appointment. Like super dumb, like not good. Okay, you're all good. Perfect. So then right there, you see it. You're good to go. And this is a test, so I'm not sure it's going to pop up in your calendar because it is a test, but we're just going to see. Well, it did. It actually popped up. That's insane. Okay, so it obviously, because the test didn't put the proper name in, but still, look at that. It actually, a test on even the dummy bot where it's just like, we're demoing, we're not actually doing, it actually scheduled the appointment. So that's huge. Obviously, if this is a real one, it's going to put in the title or change stuff if you're actually doing the chat widget. But that's awesome because that's not even the real thing. That's just the test. So from there, you know that it's working. So again, that's what you want to do. You want to start from A to Z, ask it, okay, where am I living? Give it your info and then check the calendar to make sure it booked or whatever you're trying to do. You want to test. And that's how you get it to really perform well. So that's pretty much how that works. And again, guys, make sure you collect both of these prompts right down below for free. They're incredibly important. Please check them out. So now that we're done with that, you understand how everything works. I just want to show you 3 little bonus points on this so you kind of understand a little bit more how the chat widget works. So the first thing in conversations, this is cool to know. Under every conversation, you'll see right down here, it'll show the chatbot and it will be either active or inactive. The conversation side of things, like at the very level, not just through the other dashboard. A lot of people don't know this. You can see it right here and you can quickly turn it off and you can see it says Conversation AI bot is active. So that's just another little data point to see whether the bot is working or not. So I think that's really, really cool. And it's just something for you to know. And you can turn it off on that level too. The other thing I want to show you, okay, this is for my chatbot. Okay, in the dashboard is what some of the stats look like. So you'll see right here, it'll talk about messages. It'll talk about, average messages per contact. It'll go over, unique contacts, actions triggered, time saved. It's going to basically give you a dashboard of everything you've done. So for this bot, I'm not booking appointments. That's why there's no appointments booking. It's a general bot, but it saved me a ton of time. A ton of time. And if we come right here, we can select all of July and we can click confirm and boom, it saved me over 4 hours worth of time. And I'm not even doing a lot of messages. So that's a ton of time saved, just from that one thing. When you have businesses where they message people all day, you can actually show them this dashboard and be like, yo, we saved you this much time. Okay. We booked you this much appointments. Here's the revenue, all this stuff. If you don't know about the custom reporting in high level, you can add this in to make yourself look like you're doing way more work. Guys, really important if you want to keep your clients paying you longer. So this is just a great way to see, and you can even, filter by channel, what's coming in from what channel, but this is like a very, very good way to show, not tell your clients it's working. And again, you can plug some of this stuff into the reporting tab, which guys, I recommend you watch my video on creating custom reports. Data is everything. Little pro tip for you guys that are new. If you don't show your clients how this is working, they often assume it's magic. And if they're not getting results, your magic sucks. Really big pro tip. A lot of you guys are not data driven. You kind of just throw stuff at the wall and be like, well, I guess it works. And you wonder why your clients either cancel with you or go, why am I paying you this money? Well, it's because they don't know what's going on. So data is king. Make sure you show them the data. And with your AI chatbot, it is very easy to reaffirm in their head why they're paying you when they can see it saved me this much time. It booked this many appointments. It made me this much money. Trust me, guys, it'll keep your clients paying you longer. So that's a little part on the data that I recommend you definitely check out, which is super cool. And this is a live chatbot that you're seeing. For the last part is chat widgets. This is a big one. I do this in a lot of my videos, but I think it just bears repeating because I want to show you how to add one of these to a website. So what is a chat widget? It is basically a piece of code that can be put on any single website and have an AI chatbot plugged into it so it can then talk to you. Really cool. And this is a great way to capture a ton of leads. And these are very simple to add. We come into sites, we're going to go right over to chat widget, and we're just going to click new, and we're going to click live chat. It's the best one to click. And what we want to do is we want to come right in here, and we want to make sure this is turned off, okay, because this is keep disabled. And from there, have a chat widget we can add. We're going to save, and this is really cool, guys. You can add this to any website by just pasting this code in there on a code editor on any website, like Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, whatever. So you now can add this chat widget to any website and then easily make recurring money helping everyone, even if they don't have a high-level site. But once this is saved, what we're going to do is we're going to come to this website, which is Ryan's Roofing, okay? As you see here, we're going to come to websites. We're going to go down to Ryan's Roofing. We're going to click settings. We're going to click chat widget. And we're going to click save. And then from there, we come over here and you'll see that the chat widget changes once we refresh the page. Boom, look at that. It is now the different chat widget. So that's how you do it. I thought I would just let you know about that. And that's a great way to make recurring money that a lot of people do not use in the chatbot. So I'm not going to go into that, but I just like to let people know about that because it is huge. So if you are more interested in high levels AI and actually starting an AI agency, I have a 30-day free trial link of High Level right down below, where if you sign up with that, you will get access to over $10,000 worth of bonuses for free. Okay, that's 4 live coaching calls per week on Zoom. You can access tons of trainings on high-level AI, like just everything in this space pretty much. Tons of awesome premium snapshots in almost every vertical. Tons more AI prompts, okay? Sales scripts, private community ask questions, and so much more. I mean, this is the most decked out community I have ever seen with the most support. It is insane. If you don't believe me, I recommend you go right down below. You click the link and you just see some of the testimonials. You see what's going on. You just see what kind of community we're building because it is insane. And again, all of that is free when you sign up with that 30-day free trial link down below, and we get you into high level. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below so I can answer. Right back to the video. So now I want to go over the power of content AI inside a high level. So to get to this dashboard, you come right into AI agents and come right to content AI. So all content AI is generating words and images via AI. So it's like using ChatGPT or Midjourney to create this for you. And this can be very powerful for website creation, okay, email campaigns, social media campaigns, really anything where AI can create it for you so you can do less work. So right in here, this is just a dashboard of showing you what kind of, words you've generated, how many, the cost, where, just basically a summary of all of your AI generated content. You can see here the social planner, the blog, the funnel, the website, the email, conversation, image. You can just see what you've generated. So this is just going to be like the analytics side of your content AI. So you can see what's going on inside of your sub accounts. So now what I want to do is I want to actually go hands-on and show you how to do this. First, we're going to be using my old hair salon website to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So first, we're going to start with text. And this, guys, this applies really anywhere. I'm going to give you more examples, but anywhere there's text, you can pretty much use this on high level. So if we see this right here, experience top-notch styling at Zoe Zimmerman Hair and Salon, and we want to change this, we can just highlight it like this. And you'll see this right here will pop up. It says AI. So if we click this, we have a bunch of different options. So first up, we have generate with AI. So this will completely generate AI text. We have improve writing. So if you wrote something, we can go into that and it's going to basically improve your writing. You have fix spelling and grammar. This will obviously obviously fix your spelling and grammar. Simplify writing just makes it more easier to understand. So 3rd grade level. Make longer, okay, gives you more text. Make shorter, makes more text. So now that you understand what these mean, let me show you what I'm talking about. So if we come right in here and we see this little paragraph right here, we can just click improve writing, and you'll see right here it came up with something new. And then what we can do is we can just click replace text, and now it's going to replace it very easily with something better. What we can do here, if we're like, oh, we want more SEO generated content, we come right here and we do make longer, and boom, look at that, it's much longer. We click replace text, and now we have a much bigger paragraph. So you're already seeing the power of content AI, where it's just generating text on the spot, and this can save you so much time if you're building websites, funnels, social media campaigns. Like, it can do so much for you. So this one is big. And again, as I explained before, if you come in here, we have a lot of different options. You just pick which one you want, and it's up to you. And you can just get tons of stuff done. So this really does help. I mean, I'm showing you, we just made it shorter now. Like, this is a very, very, very good thing to use, especially if you're trying to smash out a lot of content. So now what I want to show you is the AI image side of things. So if we come right here and let's find image. Okay, we can slap this image right here. We can click this. We can click media storage, and you'll see right up here, we have the same thing, the AI image there. So you can go to the media storage in general and do this, but I'm just going to show you how to do this really fast. So we're going to come right in here and we're just going to do hair salon stylist. Okay. Very simply. And you can do examples, you can do variations, you can kind of do style, but we're going to want to we'll just do photo. That's good. And then we're going to generate. And boom, look at that. How cool is that? It just generated an image for us, and that was very vague. So if you get even more detailed, you can generate even better stuff. So we come back here. I'm like, okay, I like that. We can then click this and be like, a hairstylist smiling in salon. We're going to do 2 variations, and then we're going to click, boom, look at that. So now it just came up with 2 different images, and you can add stuff like make it as real as possible, make her have purple hair, make it be outside. Like, you can really get crazy with it. And just a little prompt advice here. When you're creating prompts, which is the thing you text in the box, just so you understand this right here, the more in depth you go, the better the image is going to be. It's same with the words. The more info you give AI to play with, the better it's going to be. A lot of people just do simple stuff like give me a person smiling, and it doesn't do what they want. And they're like, this didn't work. It's because you have to feed it better info. The better the info, the better the final product. So that's how you basically generate text and images with this amazing thing. So if we refresh this dashboard here, you will now see 628 words generated, cost barely anything, which is cool. And then the image one, barely anything, and it created 3 images. So how cool is that? And it's so simple. And if you don't know anything about the pricing, I have another video completely on that. So as you see right here, you can see how many words it generated, the cost, I gave the words per day. Same thing with the images. It shows you what you've generated, how much, how many. Super handy. This dashboard will help you out a lot. So as you see here, guys, you can generate these really anywhere where there is text or images. So just know that you can use content AI pretty much anywhere inside of High Level, which is really cool. You have so many different options. And guys, back in the day, it would take forever to find proper images that you had to buy or find on some stock website. Now it's like you can generate this stuff out of thin air and blow your clients away. So again, guys, this is very powerful. And if you are creating that kind of stuff, I recommend you use it because it will speed up your processes, make everything faster. And again, it can give you way more customization right at your fingertips inside of the dashboard itself in High Level to save you a ton of time. So this video is broken down into these 5 sections in this order. First, I'm going to explain to you what reputation management is. Then I'm going to do a full tutorial on the GoHighLevel dashboard so you know what every button does and where everything is. Then number 3, I'm going to show you how to set up and onboard your clients in the GoHighLevel dashboard so you can get started immediately. Then in number 4, I'm going to show you how to automate this entire process so robots, AI, and automations can do all of the work for you so you can be removed, hands off, and keep getting clients and scale your cash flow. And last but not least, in number 5, I'm going to show you how to upgrade this entire process and make your reputation management that much better so you can upsell your clients and make more money and keep your clients paying you way longer. So let's jump into number 1, which is explaining what reputation management even is. Reputation management on GoHighLevel helps businesses monitor and improve their online reviews. It automatically sends requests for reviews from customers, tracks feedback, and responds to both positive and negative reviews. This helps businesses maintain a good online image and builds trust with potential customers. So you're essentially going to the Google business profile. This is mainly what you're focusing on. Getting reviews for this, as you see these reviews right here, getting more of them and making sure that they're responded to and taken care of. You can also do this on Facebook because Facebook pages have reviews, and that's part of something you can offer inside of GoHighLevel. But to be honest, most of reputation management is on Google because less people look at the Facebook reviews than on Google. So why do businesses pay for this? Like, how is this valuable? How can you make money? And I'll show you why. There's really 4 main reasons. Number 1, it increases your SEO. If you don't know what SEO is, in particular local SEO, which is optimizing the Google business profile, reviews is one of the main parts of this. So what this will do is this will help this go further and further up on Google, and you'll get more calls and a bunch more leads. One of the most important parts is reviews. So by doing this, you're also boosting the SEO of the Google business profile. Number 2, it improves your online reputation. So if you go to Amazon or any of these sites and we click this, what do you see first and foremost? The reviews. It's one of the first things you see. And the reason being is because humans are herd creatures. We look at reviews and we follow them. If we see that something got a lot of good reviews, we immediately go, oh my gosh, we need to get more good reviews. So it's a very much a kind of sheep mentality we have. And it's the same with the Google business profile. You come to these and they have really bad ratings, like a 2.4, and it's only got 2 stars. A lot of people are going to look at that and be like, I don't want to do this. So it's very important that this gets taken care of because it's a really big part of a business's image. And nowadays, Google business profiles are one of the most important things on Google because AI has taken over a lot of the traditional search engine. Regular SEO, technical, on-page, national, all these other things, they're not as powerful as they used to be. The local SEO is where the money's at, and it's becoming way more popular and way more important on Google. So remember, optimizing this, you're optimizing their online presence in general for these service-based businesses. And last but not least, you're going to get more leads. And because you get more leads, you're going to get more customers. The most important part of these 2 things. And that is huge. The higher you rank this on Google, the more calls you're going to get and the more website visits. So this almost directly correlates to your business making more money, which means if you're making them more money, they will pay you more money and stay with you longer. So very, very important service. So those are the main reasons why businesses need this and want this, because it is incredibly important for them growing online. And you can charge anywhere from $297 upwards of $3,000 per month on reputation management. It just depends on how you configure this, how automated, and how many reviews they have coming in. So as you can see here, it can go from low ticket to relatively high ticket. And the best part is if you follow this video all the way through, you can almost automate this entire process. So once you get it set up, you're not doing really any work once you set them up, and it's doing the work for you and you're getting paid every single month. Do you understand how powerful that is? It's amazing. It's like traditional SaaS. It's incredible. And it really can be that hands off. So keep watching because you're going to be blown away by what I have for you. So now that we've explained reputation management and you know what it is, I now need to go high level and do a full tutorial so you understand what everything means and does. So you're going to come into your Go High Level dashboard and you're going to go all the way down to reputation, and you'll be brought to a tab that looks just like this. When I go into onboarding, I'm going to show you that the first step is always connecting their Google business profiles, but we're going to go over that in onboarding, so don't worry about that. I'm first just going to do a tutorial so it makes sense, but that is always the first step. You'll be brought to a page that first looks like this. So in this page, this is just an overview of what reputation management looks like a dashboard. And as you see on a live account, it looks like this. It shows you all the stats and where everything's at. So on here, really, you have invites goal, which is all the reviews you've sent out. How many did you get back? Reviews received. This is how many reviews you have received. Okay, sentiment. This is how many are good to bad. You have the average rating, is what it sounds like. It is the average rating of the reviews you've gotten in the last week, months, or whatever you want. And by the way, you can pick right in here to determine these stats by this week, by this month. You just pick kind of the cadence you want. Yext listings, we're going to go over that later under listings. But then you have invite trends, review trends, latest review requests, and latest reviews. And all these things is just when reviews coming in, it's just showing you basic data. So remember, the overview tab is just to see how everything is working. That's all it is. Very simple, very straightforward. It's just an overview of how everything's going. And on almost every page, you will see this right here, and it's called Send Review Request. And all this is going to be is a quick way to send out a review request. Now, we can do this through automations and many other things, but they have it here just in case you have to send it manually fast. You pick the contact name, the phone number, the email, pick which method. You want to send it by email, SMS, or WhatsApp, and then you pick it, you enable it, and you send review request. And this same little boilerplate will be on every single one of these tabs up here for you to use. And you do not need to use this all the time because there'll be ways of having this automated. So that's the entire overview tab. Simple as that. It is just a broad overview of your analytics. Then you have requests. So this is all of the requests you've sent out to get reviews. It'll have them all listed just like this. And it will show you who it's sent to, the email, the phone number, sent by, how it was sent, the date, the status, and all that simple stuff just like this. It'll be the dashboard of all the reviews you've sent out to try to get reviews in. And again, send review request, the same exact thing as in the overview. Then we move on to reviews. This is going to be an entire list of all of the reviews you have received. You can pick the exact rating. I only want to see 4 and 5 star reviews. I want to see 3 and 4 star reviews. I want to see 2 and 3 star reviews, whatever you pick. And you can pick the exact source. So you can pick on both Google and Facebook, just Google or Facebook. And then you can pick your start date and your end date. That way you see exactly at what date period you got these. So again, this is just a overview of all of the reviews you have coming into the account, which is just a quick way to look at it. And again, send review requests, the same thing as all the others, and the search function if you want to search for individual reviews. If you only have a couple reviews coming in a month, you'll just see it in the overview and then you'll be good. Then we move on to widgets. So all the widget is a widget you can put on a website to garner more reviews and make it look more professional. So now I'm going to walk you through exactly what this is and how to set this up on your website. So we're going to go into an account that has reviews to show you. So you have really 2 different things. You can use the default, which you can just grab the code and bring it right over to the website and you're good to go. Then you have the templates where you can basically create these under create new and have them stored if you want to use them. You can pick the exact reviewer source. We're going to click all. You can pick how you want it. Do you want it to be grid type? Do you want it to be masonry? Do you want it to be carousel? Do you want it to be legacy? So you pick exactly how you want this thing formatted. So we'll just do list. You pick the exact number of reviews you want. So we'll do 8. You pick what ratings. So I would pick only 5-star ratings. And then you can do powered by, which is just the company name that's in settings. Okay. And then you come right into content. This is just, okay, what does the header say? You have the heading, which can be whatever you want it to be. So reviews, and that'll pop up right here as you see in a second. So the review will be right there. You can put in the description. This is, I mean, you don't have to do this. It's not like the end of the world, but these things will pop up. You can have a header. You cannot have a header. You can take all of this away as you see here and boom, it's all gone. Or you can toggle all of these on and you now have the header as you see right here. So again, these are just little customizations you can make. You have appearance. So how do you want, the colors to be? How do you want this stuff to turn out? See, like that, it changed the color, the dark, the light, you pick the font. I mean, it's very simple to all of Go High Level stuff. You just pick how you want it to look. So this gives you that functionality. And then here, you basically can have these different elements that'll save you. So AI summary just explains how all the reviews go. And to toggle that off, you just click this. It's just summing up how the reviews are. Then you have review elements. So do you want the date to be there? Do you want the reviewer icon? Do you want to exclude anything that doesn't have a description? And then right here will be the code that you can put on the website. So that's up to you and how you want to do this. So you can go through layout, content, appearance, and settings to customize this exact widget to make it look how you want it to look. For the sake of the video, we're going to leave this bad boy exactly the way it is, and we're going to upload this onto a website. So we're going to click save, and we're going to call this, let's call it reviews, and we're going to save it. Now you can make it default there because you see how in here in saved widgets, we have that. So as you see, it now pops up right here, and you can just use the regular and quickly grab the code right here. So you can see that Zoe's reviews is right here. And by the way, you can check what it looks like on mobile versus desktop by clicking this button, which is cool. So you can say, okay, that's how it's going to look on the phone. And if you click this right here, this is how you're going to grab the code that we put on the website. And there's 2 different ways to do it. The other one's where you go all the way through and do that, but this is the much faster way. And if we wanted to just use the default instead, same exact thing, copy code. But we're going to use the one we just created. So you're going to click into it. We're going to click this right here. We're going to go through all of this and we're going to copy it. Now you can just click copy code. So we're going to come back to Go High Level Dashboard. We're going to go all the way down to sites. We're going to go right into websites. Okay. we're going to go right into Zoe Zimmerman's hair salon. We're going to come right in here to edit. We're going to edit a new tab so this pulls up, and we're going to add the chat widget in so you can see it. So you come right into your website, wherever you want it. Okay, you pick exactly where. Say we wanted it to be right here, which you normally wouldn't want it right there. But we're going to then look for code. We're going to take this bad boy. We're going to drop it right in. We're going to click into this. We're going to click Open HTML Editor, and you're going to paste that exact thing you copied. Then you're going to click Save. Then we're going to click Save up here. Okay. Then we're going to click Publish. Then we're going to view it by clicking this right here. And as you see, it popped up right there. How cool is that? Pretty neat, huh? You now can have this entire review widget on your website, and you can put this on any website. That's the cool part. You can put this on WordPress, Weebly, Squarespace. You just copy the code and plug it in. So very simple like that. You create it the way you want. You get the exact code you want. Then you paste it in your website just like I showed you, and you now have a custom chat widget on their website, and it pulls the reviews in, which makes you look better, and it also helps other people have the social proof on the website so they may buy more. So it's incredibly powerful, and I recommend you do it. So now that you understand widgets, we're now going to move on to listings. So the thing about listings is these are part of local SEO. And if you know what local SEO is, it is the full optimization of the Google business profile. Now, we're going to get into this later into the video, okay? Because it is part of how you upgrade your entire reputation management package. This has more to do with local SEO than it does reputation management, which I will distinguish later in the video. So don't worry about listings right now. Now we're going to go into settings to configure the rest of your stuff so you can rock out with reputation management. So the first thing we're brought to is Reviews AI, and this is AI responding to the reviews. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we come into the Google Business Profile and we click said review. You come in and you see right here, it's responded. So it has gone in and responded. Thank you for the wonderful review, Jenny. We're thrilled to hear you loved your transformation, blah, 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 blah. It responds as opposed to you having to go into every single review and type up a response, which can be exhausting and take forever. But also it's very important that you respond to them because it shows that you're an engaged business. So this actually helps a ton in the process. And you can either turn it off here, suggestive, which gives you, ones to send manually, or automatic, which is what I recommend, which it does it for you. Then in here, you can click the exact sources. Do you want Google or Facebook? So you can toggle both these on. Then down here, it's going to pick what ratings you want to respond to. So I would do 4 stars or above. Anything below that, you should respond to manually. And then right in here, you'll have wait time for responding. So how soon do you want to respond? I would do anywhere from, 15 mins to an hour. So a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, won't this cause your Google business profile to get flagged? Not if you've already been responding to reviews really well manually. Because if you do it, then Google doesn't see a problem. It's if you have no reviews responding, then all of a sudden in 5 seconds, you're responding to every review with 3 paragraphs. Very scammy. Don't do that. You want to build up so it looks more legit. Then you're fine. It's totally fine that way, but you have to have already been doing it. If you ramp up too fast, it'll cause problems in Google. So just make sure you have that dialed in. I would do anywhere from 15 minutes to 1 hour. Then under review response footer, you can put in a response like, oh, thank you for sending whatever, which is not super important, but that's basically how Reviews AI work. And that's going to be really important. Then you come right down below and click save. And that saves Reviews AI. So now you have that set up. Now we're going to be going to your review link. This is your review link to get more reviews. And this will be automatically configured once you connect the Google business profile, which we're going to go over in depth in onboarding. And this is where you're going to have those links get the reviews. So right in here, review balancing. We're going to go over this in a second because it's just balancing good with bad reviews. First, I'm going to show you this and then we're going to get into that. But in here, you have your Google review link, your Facebook review link, and then a custom link if you want to create one. And as you see here, if we copy and paste this, it's going to pull up in another tab. It's going to pull up the reviews and basically have someone ready to leave a review. So I just copied and pasted, and look, it immediately pulled up the review on the Google Business Profile, ready for you to leave a review. And as you see here, it's popping up right here, and you can leave the review and you're good to go, but it's off the Google Business Profile. So that link is basically an immediate access to the Google Business Profile and ready to leave a link. And that's what's going to be in all your emails, texts when you configure this properly. So that's what those links are. So now let's go over review balancing. So all this does is it balances good reviews with bad reviews on social. So here's the thing about reputation management. A lot of people do something that's called review gating, which is basically where you prohibit bad reviews, okay, and you basically only keep the good ones. Here's the problem with this. Review gating is illegal. It's not only against the FTC's guidelines, it's also against Google's policies, and people get hammered once they keep doing this. The other thing too is you can be charged up to $40K. Okay, here's the thing, and this is a big issue I'm seeing with a lot of people, and it's twofold. The first thing is you really don't want to go against Google's policies. and FTC's policies. And a lot of guys online that are like, oh, dude, we got this review getting, check it out. It's so cool. They don't live in the United States. The YouTubers that preach this stuff, a lot of them do not live in the United States. If you always are doing like these little like hacks and these little tricks on the algorithm, it's short-lived. You never make real money, and it's just, you're a shill. You just sell stuff and you go back and forth, and it's just not good. The other big thing that is like really important is that a lot of businesses suck. They do. And if you are prohibiting people to help other people know that this business sucks, you are a scammer and you need to be punished. You need to be spanked. Because a lot of businesses out there do a bad job. People leave reviews because they did a bad job. They deserve it. You don't want to be helping out people that suck. It's shady, but it doesn't help people on Google. And then it's more and more bad reviews, and then people get angry, and then people actually stop going to the business. Because word of mouth is more powerful than anything else in a local town. A lot of scammers just don't know that because they don't know marketing. So that's the problem. And you want to be careful because you are letting businesses that have screwed people over on Google just run rampant. So it's important that they actually have honest reviews. Also, Google knows all of this stuff. They know the IP addresses. They understand all of this stuff. It's not smart of you to continue to be doing that. So just make sure you avoid review gating. It also looks more real if there's some bad reviews and some good reviews. Like, it's important. And one last point on this is, like, bad reviews oftentimes are moments where you can seriously help your business, because what people love is when they're wronged and then you fix it. It's one of the strongest ways to help someone, because if you help that one person and you're like, listen, I'll help you out and we'll fix this, they become super fans and they recommend 20 people to you and you make way more money. Super underrated, critical part that the shills and the scammers don't understand, because just quick money, because they're desperate and greedy. This really important for you to understand. Don't review a gate. It's stupid. Just focus on getting them good reviews and then helping out. If there was a bad review, making sure you address it. Now, if it's a scam review, there's ways of removing those. But if it's actually a bad review because someone at the company didn't do a good thing, leave it and respond to it and properly save the company image by helping customers, not avoiding. So that was my little tangent on review gating. Please, it's a very important part of this because there's a lot of people online telling you to do this. Don't do it because it's illegal. So that's the review link. Then we move on to SMS review requests. So this is going to be the SMS review request that's preset up that will be used for automations and everything else. And this is where you configure it. That way you don't have to keep, creating the stuff time after time. So you can put in an image in there, which is what I recommend you do. Then this is where you're going to configure your message. You can then come into ChatGPT and generate a really short, powerful text message asking for the review. And again, this little thing right here that says review link, that custom value, that'll pop up in there, and that's going to have that review link we talked about right up here. So it's already pre-configured. So really the key to having these messages go through, in my opinion, because I've done reputation management for so many companies, keep it shorter and simpler. People have these massive stories on why they need a review. Just ask them for a review and say, please. It's not rocket science. But once you do that, you then come in here and then you have check-in. So this is after it gets sent in that initial blast, how soon do you want to check in? An hour later, 2 hours later, whatever, and how many times do you want it to keep sending? So do you want this to repeat, every 3 days? Do you want this to repeat every 15 days, where it's going to send them the same review request? Maximum retries is how many times you want it to be sent. So that's how the SMS review request works. And in onboarding, we're going to go in a little more in depth in this. I'm just walking through the tutorial, but that's part of it. Then you have email review requests, which is the same thing as SMS requests. You literally just want to configure how soon do you want to send out? Do you want to repeat? And you're going to create your email template right in here. And this email template is going to be the standard one that you send out when it gets launched. As simple as that. So you can come in here, configure this how you want, keep it simple, stupid, plug it in, click save, and that will then be your template for when you send out the reviews. Then we have WhatsApp review requests, which you just have to connect WhatsApp. I have a full video on this that I will link at the end of this video, because WhatsApp is heavily slept on, and a lot of people don't understand that people overseas use it greatly, but also a lot of people in America use it. So at the end of the video, I will have a WhatsApp reputation management video, which will show you how to use WhatsApp to get 100 reviews, and it's killer. I mean, it's so filthy, but that's what that looks like. Then you have reviews QR. So this is a QR code where if they scan it with their phone, they will be able to leave a review. So if we click create new QR code, you'll come right in here and it will pre-prompt and build it up. And this is really cool because can be used for 2 different things. Number one, you can put this on the website. Number two, if you want to get really down dirty and say you're doing a lot of marketing for someone, I would print QR codes okay, up like this, put them on paper and put them all over your business. So at the front door, at the side door, because in person is slept on. A lot of people are just like, yeah, it's not that good, doesn't really matter. It does. This is a crazy way to get reviews, even for people that just show up and visit, not necessarily customers. So if you're going to do in-person stuff or they're running some sort of ad, having a QR code is incredibly important because it will literally get you so many more reviews, and a lot of people just don't think to do it. Also with restaurants, you can put QR codes on the little table menus and all kinds of stuff that is offline where all these people are. And you can edit with text, drag and drop image, QR code. And when you're done, with your background color, the way you want everything to look, and you go up here, everything turns red. You just come here and you have your colors here to edit that. And when you're done, you just click save. It's as simple as that. And you now have a QR code that you can use anywhere. You can create it very easily. As you said, you just click the button and create it. And this can be great in person. And a lot of people don't think of the in-person thing. And the thing too, you can do is if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do all this for my client, you can just talk to them about it and send them the QR code. Most business owners have no idea how to build a QR code. It looks like magic. So if you create a QR code and you're like, here, boss, take it. I created it. I did all this work for you for free, even though you didn't. They're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Simple as that. So that's how you do the QR code. Spam reviews. This you're going to want on. All this does is detect incoming spam reviews. There are people that will talk about crypto in your reviews. Turning this on will avoid spam reviews. It'll also avoid people that are probably just leaving reviews as competition to be brats or whatever, because it can detect a lot of stuff like that. So I'd turn that on and click save. And integrations is any other platforms that you want to connect into GoHighLevel to make it work better. So it's very simple, very straightforward. You go into integrations, you pick if you want to connect Airbnb, you just click integrate, put the URL in, takes you through your Airbnb, and then it links it. So you have all these different integrations you can do. That's if you're trying to do a lot of stuff with e-com and other things. So I guess a little more advanced. For regular service-based businesses, you don't need it that much. But again, if it's something that you want to leave reviews for your Airbnb business or whatever, or Amazon, you just integrate it, you plug it in, and then you are good to go. So this concludes all of the settings on this. Now, if you have any questions at all, you can drop a comment down below, message me for free on Facebook or WhatsApp. I'll answer very fast. But it is as simple as that. So now that you know what reputation management is and you know the full tutorial and you know where everything is, it's now time to go over setup and onboarding. So what happens when you get a reputation management and how to set them up and really get this process started. So here is your onboarding checklist, and we're going to go through this step by step so you immediately know how to onboard people after they pay you. Before we jump into this though, I just want to let you know if you are interested in learning more about HighLevel, okay? I have a 30-day free trial link down below, not a 14-day, an exclusive 30-day free trial link to GoHighLevel. If you sign up using my link, you'll get access to me one-on-one, access to snapshots, access to a private community, access to trainings on how to master HighLevel, trainings on AI, live streams every week, potential free leads and clients, and so much more. It is the most valuable thing you can do on your journey, and it's free if you're using HighLevel. Free, like no brainer. You can get all of these amazing bonuses for free. So go down below, check that out. If you sign up using my link, message me for free on Facebook or WhatsApp, or drop a comment down below, and we'll get you started ASAP so you can really master HighLevel and start making money with this completely for free. Let's jump back right into this. The first thing you're going to want to do after you get paid from said client is connect the Google business profile. This is step number one to make any of this work. Let me show you how to do it. There's multiple different ways of doing this. You can just immediately come in if you have access to their profile and click connect, and it will immediately just go and connect. They give you permissions and you're good to go. If they're going to be doing it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to settings. You're going to want to go to my staff, and you're going to want to add them in as a user. And this will send them email access so they can sign into GoHighLevel, and then you can walk them through the steps like this. So if we come right in here, we come right into add user. You put in their name, their last name, their email, their phone number, advanced, send them the password, and click next. And it's going to send them user access. I have full videos on my channel if you don't understand this. But then from here, you're going to come into roles and permissions, and I would literally turn off damn near everything, okay? Other than, we'll leave contacts on because they're going to need to upload that. Everything but the reputation tab. That way they don't get confused in the dashboard and they're like clicking random buttons. It makes it as easy as possible. And you can use ChatGPT to send them very simple instructions. One of the things that I recommend you do, if you have not seen my video on AI onboarding, I'm telling you, no one else on YouTube has this video on HighLevel. It's how to use AI chatbots and automations to onboard people. And I recommend you watch that video because that's going to make this so much easier, because it's going to send them access. It will answer any of their questions. It will hold their hand and go, okay, now you're going to click this button. Now you're going to click this button, and it's going to basically guide them through being set up. Highly recommend. I got all my students using it. It's absolute G framework, and it helps so much as opposed to you going back and forth. Oh, what do I do? What do AI will take care of it and hold their hand through that process. And in that, once they come into this, can connect and be good to go, which they can do through the Launchpad. They'll be walked through by AI, and they connect their Google Business Profile. That is step number one. Once you get payment, you have to connect your Google Business Profile to Go High Level. And you can do that either by sending them a user or watching my video on my YouTube channel with the AI onboarding to walk them through step by step so you can be hands off and it will connect this for them. So step number one complete. You've connected the Google Business Profile. Step number two is going to be importing their list, which is incredibly important to run any sort of reactivation campaign to get this process kickstarted. So for them to upload their list, they can literally come into contacts if you give them access, and they can come right in here to import. They can click this and they can take an entire CSV of all of their contacts and upload it right in, and they're good to go. Very simple. I have a full videos on this too. If you're confused at all, drop a comment too if you're confused. But this part is where AI comes in especially in handy. And I want to tell you why. A lot of people don't know how to get their list. This is a problem that I'm just going to solve for you, even if you don't know it or you do know it. People are like, oh my gosh, I have Square. Oh my gosh, I have Salesforce. They have all these different platforms and they don't know where to get their list from. Like I have the video on my channel in the AI onboarding. It will walk them through how to do this step by step, which is really important because you can just send them instructions like, okay, you're going to go into contacts, you're going to go into tabs, blah, 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 whatever you're doing, and you're finding exactly what, needs to happen in order for them to download their list. If they don't know how to do this, some of them will know how to do this. It will do the work for you because this is just something that's going to have to happen. You're going to have to get the list from them. And remember, setting up is the only thing you have to do with reputation management. Everything else is automated. So don't worry. It's a really easy service. It's just that first part. So watching that video will help with that because you could have a form that gets sent that they can just plug in their list and it will guide them through that process. So then you have the list and you don't have to go through all the explaining. So that's step number two. You need to get the list because that's going to enable a lot of this stuff to happen. Step number two, get your hands on their list and use AI to basically help filter through. If you don't use AI, you need to explain to them how they can get their list. And I recommend using ChatGPT if you're confused at all. So now that you connected the GMB, you've gotten your entire list. You now need to go over the review links, which really is also a settings part where you got to go in the settings like we did before and configure all the pre-made stuff so you're ready to launch. Let's jump right in. So in your Go High Level dashboard, you're going to come right down to reputation. You're going to go to settings and you're going to be brought to this right here. So the first thing is you're going to want to turn on reviews AI if they've been responding. If they haven't, don't. So if they already have reviews and they've been responding, you're going to come right in here and click auto response. You're going to pick both of the sources very simply like that, 4 stars and above. Wait time, you're going to do 1 hour or 30 minutes to 15 minutes. You don't really need to have a response on the footer, and then you just click save down here and you're done. So step number 1, done. Review link. You're gonna need to connect the Google Business Profiles for this to work. So if you've already connected it, it's gonna look just like this and it's gonna pop up. You're already done once you have the review link. So great work. And that happens when you automatically import. So now you have your review links. From there, you now need to go right into SMS review requests and you need to build this part out. So what that would look like is coming right in here because this is a live account. The other one's a dummy. That's why it's not access. You won't be able to use this unless you connect the Google Business Profile. We're going to go through this exact process together. So then in SMS review requests, this is where we're going to set up this thing that's going to go hand in hand with the automations, which is very important. So you can upload an image if you want. You don't have to. So I don't usually because it works better and you also have to pay more for that. But then you're going to want to put the exact review link that you're going to want in here. So this is what I recommend you do. You come to ChatGPT and you go, I need a very short SMS review request for, you put your business name or whatever you want it to be, whatever your business name is, and it will be right here. How easy is that? But honestly, we don't even have to do the review link. So we can just go right here. We can copy this right here. We can come right back in here. We can paste this exact same thing. And this you can put in a custom value. If you don't understand custom values or custom fields, please go to my channel and watch that video. So delete that. And then we're going to put a custom field in here. So if you come in here and you go down to settings, okay, you come down to custom fields, you then can copy this. And this is going to take their first name and always have. You can use custom values for this, paste, and whoever it's being sent to, it's going to pre-populate their name. How cool is that? So we do that, and then it already has the review link. So this looks good. Immediately after you launch that, I would do 1 hour, repeat this until clicked, repeat this. I would do 3 days. But what you can do too is you can just not repeat this, and you can plug this into the automation that will do this all for you too. So you can leave this really however you want. I would honestly just leave it as 1 and don't repeat, because the automation we're going to be setting up in the next section is going to do all this for you. Okay. But then from there, this looks good. This looks Gucci. I like it. We're going to click save, and then you're done. Then from there, you're like, amazing. I now have my SMS requests ready. You now will do the same exact thing for review requests on email. I recommend keeping your email as short as possible. Very simple. You just click create new and you add it in just like this. And you can do it as simple as this. You can use ChatGPT to do the same thing. I mean, you can literally come in and say, now make me one for email. And it's the same exact thing. You can copy and paste, slap it right in here, and you're good to go. Same thing, the review link will be built in, everything's good to go. And then you click save, and then you're done. Once you select these, it's like that forever, and it's done in here, not in the email marketing template folder up over here. It's done in here. So that's how you would save that. So then you're like, amazing, good to go. Then if they have WhatsApp review requests, you can add that in there. Full video at the end of this video. You have reviews QR. If you wanted to do this, you can add this. This may be a later thing, but just know that you have options. You're gonna wanna come down to spam reviews. You're gonna wanna click this on, and you're going to want to click save. And then if there's any integrations, you're going to integrate it. It's that simple. That's all you have to do to get this process started. So quick recap. Once you get them on, you're going to want to make sure Reviews AI is turned on if they respond to the reviews. The review link is properly configured. You want to build out your SMS request. So this is going to be the SMS that is sent out via automations and default. Okay, you can always change this, but have that. The same thing with email. The same thing with WhatsApp. You're pre-configuring a template so you never have to do this again. How cool is that? Then if they have anything with reviews, QR codes, you can leave that. Turn on spam reviews. And if they have integrations like that, you connect it. So that's it. You're done. That's as simple as it gets. So now that you've connected the GMB, you've imported your entire list, you have all your review links and settings properly configured and you're set up, you now want to run a reactivation campaign or just a basic blast to start getting reviews, because you want to have that front-loaded thing that happens right away. So let's check it out. So there's multiple different ways you can do this. You can set up an automation to run through a database reactivation campaign. There's all kinds of stuff, but the automation I'm going to show you second is going to do a lot of this long-term. So don't even worry about it. What I'm going to show you to do is the simple, good old-fashioned contacts, email / SMS / WhatsApp blast. You can do it literally in 5 seconds and you're done. So this is what I recommend you do. You come right in here, you select all these contacts, you come right in here to review request, you click this bad boy, you click OK, proceed, you click exactly how you want this to go. I would start with email always. And then if you are properly A2B verified and your number is warmed up, do a drip campaign of SMS, but we start with a basic email. We'd add them all at once or schedule them. You put in the action name. We'll just do email review blast, and you click send review request. It's that easy. How easy is that? That way you have that initial flood going out, and you literally just do that. You click all of the reviews. Remember, they imported their list. It's already here. You just have to click all these, click send review request, and you're good to go. And remember, when you click send review request, we come in here, we click OK, proceed. When we click this SMS template, it's this. This is exactly what you're sending. It's this template you've built out. So from now on, whenever you click anything or have automation set up, it's going to be this exact template that gets sent out. So you configured it, you're one and done. How simple is that? And if you're going to do the SMS, I would do add to drip mode. You're going to click that. You're going to put drip mode SMS reviews or whatever you want. Okay. I would start on Thursday or whenever you're going. I would say like 10 at a time, and then you just pick how you want it to repeat, and you just pick the basic cadence. The thing about SMS is there's so many regulations on it now. It's much more powerful than email, but it's easy to get shut down. So you want to start slow, because if your A2P account and Twilio or LC phone randomly gets hundreds of texts, it'll be and ban you. You don't want that. You want to slowly ease your way into this. And very simple, very straightforward. You would just follow this exact process I had, and then you're done. So it's that simple, really. I mean, this isn't complicated, guys. I'm walking you through the easiest way to do this. It's on easy mode. Once you have launched that initial reactivation campaign, you're done with the reactivation campaign. You send out that initial blast, and you can also do that on WhatsApp if you have that, but that's in a video I will link at the end of this video. So now that you're done with steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, you've officially got them onboarded, and the last thing you have to do is automate this process. And as you see right here, once you have completely done steps 1, 2, and 3, now naturally leads on to automate it. So this is incredibly important. I need you to pay incredibly close attention, because what this is going to be is the way for you moving forward into the future to be completely hands off this process, and you just relax, you chill. So Really important. We got to go into this, and it's one of the most important parts if you don't want to do a lot of work and get paid month to month. Let's check it out. So the first part of this automation process is understanding where the new clients are coming from. Because if we want to automate the entire thing and you're hands off and you're just collecting checks on autopilot, this has to be fully in an ecosystem. Excuse me. And it's only in an ecosystem if everything is in-house or you have Zapier connecting. So the first thing I want to go over, if you have everything for a client built on HighLevel, you don't have to worry about this process because every new client, every new lead that comes in will immediately be put into the contacts. So if you have a client, you're doing reputation management and they are solely on GoHighLevel, you don't have to worry about this. But if you have a client using Square, if you have a client using Salesforce, any other software that manages that part and they just want reputation management, you're going to want to use something like Zapier. It just connects apps together. So this is what I would recommend you do. So you come in here to click create and do that. By the way, if this is complicated at all and you're like, what the hell, this is like above the shoulders, acidic mustard shit, and you're like, bro, get away from me, Declan, this is too complicated, drop a comment down below or message me for free on Facebook or WhatsApp, and I will just help you for free on this and just guide you how to do this easily. Because it's very similar to GoHighLevel automations, but the whole point is that we are going to be connecting a different software. So say, for example, they're using Square. Because remember, in this scenario on HighLevel, if they're fully plugged in and they have their contacts coming through here, it's just automatically in their system. But in order for the automation I'm about to show you to work, they would need to have their new clients, new leads be brought into the system. So we'd click a trigger, and you can use Zapier for free for a bit, I think. I think they actually do have a decent free trial. And by the way, I don't have an affiliate link for Zapier. I didn't know if they have that. I'm just showing you what I use if I need to do this for clients. So we'd come in here and we would do Square. Say we have clients on Square, they're not properly plugged into HighLevel. We would do this, then we click the event. So what we would do is we would do new customer. So after, or whatever it is in that software, Salesforce, Square, Weebly, whatever, you would just pick the thing that makes someone new. That would be the thing that would make you send a review. So you give me money, I did a job for you, now we do the review. Does that make sense? This is the part where you want to have the client. So then you would come into action and you would type in not GoHighLevel, but lead connector, because that's how you play to be, this one right here. And what this is going to do is this is going to pull in that person. So you wouldn't do this, you would add update contact, and then you would go through with that, because what this is going to do is if they're in another platform that's not in GoHighLevel and they don't want to use GoHighLevel for all their stuff, and they're just paying you for reputation management, every time they get a new customer, you want it to immediately go and send it all the way into HighLevel. And what this is going to do is it's going to go from Square or whatever platform they're using, and it's going to go into lead connector, and then it's going to ship right into contacts. So from there, you have now connected two different platforms using Zapier. So I just want to go over that because a lot of people get confused. I don't have any new contacts coming in. Well, it's because you didn't properly do this process. This is very important. For a lot of you guys, you won't have to touch Zapier because a lot of your clients will be completely on HighLevel. So if they are not, though, just make sure you've set up Zapier, because that's very important. And again, if you have questions, please send them down below, because I know a lot of people are going to get confused on this because this is not HighLevel. So now that you have the contact flow dialed in, whether that be in-house through HighLevel or basically through Zapier coming in, and you understand that the contacts are flowing in, we now need to set up an automation to automate this entire process. So you can just give the client to GoHighLevel. HighLevel does all of the work. You get all of your time back and you get paid on autopilot. And the way we do that is by using this automation. I use it for my hair salon, we use it for other businesses. It's amazing. So now we're going to come down to automation. Okay. And I basically turned this automation off so we can walk through it together and do a bunch of cool stuff with it. We're going to come right in here and we're going to click this right here. Again, this will be part of the snapshot if you have it, or you can just recreate following along what I have. But this is a way to completely automate all of reputation management, all of it. I mean, it's so powerful. So it's a big workflow. I mean, this thing goes for a while. I mean, this is it. It's a juicy workflow. It's not a small one because it's automating so much. So the way this works is you basically have three different triggers. One is the opportunities marked as one. If you have people being run from Zapier or whatever, that we have a trigger appointment marked as showed if you're doing consultations, and then contact tags. And this is really important because you're going to have to create the needs review contact tag and review given tag, which we're going to go over in a second. But these three triggers basically will send people down the review process cycle. And as you've seen here, you got SMS, you got email, you got all kinds of stuff. If you don't have SMS, you can change these out for email. So don't worry about that. But in these, it's basically the SMS template that we built earlier in the video, and it's being sent out. And as you see, it waits 1 minute, it then sends it via email, and then it waits 1 minute. And then you have a trigger link that's going to be able to know if you've done this or not. So let me walk you through the trigger link part so you understand this. So if you come in your Go High Level dashboard, you go to marketing, you'll see right here, this is my trigger link. And what the trigger link is it's the review request link built into a trigger link. This is really important. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to come down to reputation to create one of these bad boys. You're going to come all the way down to settings. And this is for email and text. You're going to have to do it for all of them, but you're going to come right into here, or let's do SMS. And you're going to come right into reviews. You're going to click copy. Then you're going to come back to marketing, go into trigger links, click links. You're going to click add link. You're going to put the name in, you're going to copy the URL right in here, and then you're going to click save. What this is going to do is it's going to build that trigger link. And as you see, it's set up right here. And that link in here, when they click that, because it's a trigger link, it then knows, okay, they were leaving a review. So it's not 100% accurate, but it works really, really well. Then from there, it then will basically follow up with them. And if they've given the review and it understands, it will then give a tag called review given. Then from there, once it immediately goes review given, it removes them from the workflow. So then they're not jumping around like idiots getting constantly requested, because the last thing you want is to have one client where you keep sending them review requests. Don't want that to happen. You don't want to keep asking them for a review if they've already left a review. So from there, it then goes into another one, which is if they haven't clicked the trigger link, which is going to wait for 3 days. And it's going to send them SMSs. It's going to send them follow-ups. And by the way, you can be very generic. You can use ChatGPT to generate them. This is not complicated stuff. That's here. If it goes through and it works, it'll remove the tag. It'll add the tag. It'll go back through the trigger link. And it's the same process, basically duplicated. And it goes through this massive sort of haul where it's going for days on days on days in this big automation, as you see here. And what it does is once it goes all the way through, it's just cycling through these people, making sure when they come in and they're brand new. And remember, when you run that initial blast, the reactivation thing, once you run that initial blast, like the reactivation email blast that I showed you, or text message blast, it puts them in here. So it's done once you do that. And then anyone new coming in also gets put in. So at this point, once you have this set up, and guys, questions drop down below, this is basically done. And again, you might want this snapshot because this thing is juicy and it's big. It's really big. And I've tested this a lot. So it's kind of a crazy one, but it has all of this stuff to fully automate this process. Because again, you guys have to think about this if you're going to be doing this in the long run. If you start bringing a lot of people in, and let's say you're selling at high volume, the last thing you want to do is be manually trying to figure out all this stuff, freaking out. What I recommend you do is you go through this process a couple times with some people, get used to it, and then follow my AI onboarding video, and then set up this automation. Because what you can then do is have a quick setup where you follow everything I said in the onboarding setup, every single person, you copy and paste this snapshot, and you do the same shit for every single reputation management client. And you've gotten your onboarding process this small. So if you could get it down to 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even less, potentially way less, maybe 10 minutes if you get really good. And from there, you're automating this entire thing. They're getting reviews. The GMB is being boosted. It's, reviews are being answered. And it looks like you're doing all of this work. You're not doing anything though, because the system has done it for you. And I don't recommend you tell them this, because otherwise they're going to be like, oh, you're just scamming me. I'll pay you one time. Don't say that you set up an automated system. Act like you're doing a lot of work, because technically you are, because it took you time to build this. But this is huge here. A lot of you guys are doing reputation management and you don't have any of this. Using this right here, game changer, game changer. You have now created an automation that will do all of the work for you forever. And you can use this again and again for every single reputation management client. And it makes you look like you're doing so much work. This, guys, this is money, because this will get your time back. And that way you can build a real business. A lot of you guys just have cash flow jobs online. This is a real business. And then if you add this with the other CRM services, it's in another category of its own. But now we move on to the final part. And the final part is upgrading it. So I want to let you know, if you just want to learn reputation management and just the basics, you can end this video right now. You can go home, bye-bye, you're set. You'll make a lot of money. You'll save a bunch of time. But if you're the kind of person that wants to make even more money and you want to get your clients better results and you want to upsell and you want to get even more time back, I recommend you go through step number 5, okay? Number 5, which is upgrading. And this is taking reputation management to a whole new level, which I know a lot of you guys aren't doing. And it's actually one of the missing links in keeping your clients longer. you may do pretty well with this and you may keep them on a while, but your clients always want more. The ante needs to be upped. And the only way to truly do that is if we upgrade this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Reputation management is part of local SEO. And by doing local SEO, you can make reputation management work much better. So local SEO is not reputation management, but reputation management is local SEO, if that makes any sense. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Reputation management is basically optimizing the Google business profile by doing the review part of things. But there's a whole other section of this that needs to be optimized that you guys miss out on. You just do the reviews part. My problem with that is it's good and all, but if you add a little bit more stuff, you can potentially rank this much, much higher, and it will make you way more money because they will make more money. Because reviews is good. It's one of the most important parts. Don't get me wrong. But if you add the other things I'm about to show you to add, and this is a free local SEO just bonus for you. You're welcome. It's going to change your life. This will help you clients get way better results. Like it's adding gasoline to the fire that is reputation management. And again, you want to do this because you're going to keep your clients paying you longer. You'll keep your clients happier because you get them better results. But the most important part is it opens the door to the upsell, because when you do local SEO with heavy reputation management, what ends up happening is you'll get results to the point where if they make enough money, you can hit them with ads. You can hit them with bigger SEO. You can hit them with CRM packages, AI chatbots. This upgrading will open the door to the upsell. And this is huge. The pros right now are nodding their heads. They understand. Do this because a lot of you guys are sitting in the small, a couple $100 a month SaaS, which is cool. But when you do a really good job and your clients trust you, it will open the door to the big ticket, the high ticket shit. And high ticket, yes, it can be more stressful, but it's way more money. I mean, $3,000, $4,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per month, one client. This can lead to that. I'm not guaranteeing it, but it can lead to that. So it's really, really important that you pay close attention if you really want to upgrade this. And I'm going to show you the exact checklist, what you need to do to make this happen. So there's a quick checklist I'm going to go over on the things you need to do to optimize this profile. It's in 4 simple steps on top of reputation management to crush. So this is the local SEO checklist. And by the way, if you're like, I don't really want to do local SEO, you're doing part of it by doing reputation management. You're already doing it. It's just part of it. So the first thing is all the content up to date. So you're going to want to make sure everything is up to date on the profile. Having the right phone number, having the right links. You'd be shocked at how off this is. The right hours, the right address. Everything has to be perfectly up to date. And I'm telling you, this right here is like bizarre. It's shocking to me how many people don't have this right. It's crazy. How about book online button that takes them directly to booking online? You want to do it and you can create that right in here very simply. You can just click create button. And then you're going to want to have the F filled out on their profile, which is right here. You can ask a question and then answer it or have someone else answer it. Very simple. Like you literally just click ask a question. And this is so important because what this is going to do is this is going to show Google that this is active and people are engaging with it. So go through and just make sure all of the basic stuff is optimized and you have the right info, the right name, address, and phone number, and most importantly, FAQs and all the regular stuff filled out, plus a book now button. Number 2 on the checklist is reputation management, which we literally just went over in this entire video. So you got to do that because that's part of the local SEO checklist, but you already watched this video, so you know what that is. Next is Google Business Profile posts. If you come to the GMB, down below, these are what the posts look like. And they're really important because they show up on other people's profiles when you search keywords and they help generate leads and boost the profile. So important. Google has prioritized this so much, and you can automate this pretty much inside of GoHighLevel, which is awesome if you already have the GMB. So these very, very important. You want to have them. And if you can click add update right in here, you can do it manually. But what I'm going to show you how to do is do it inside of HighLevel so you can schedule all this using HighLevel's planner. Let me show you. So if you're in GoHighLevel dashboard, you can come right down to marketing. Okay. You can come right into social planner and you'll see right here, you have access to the Google business profile. This is really cool because what you can do is you can create posts and you can use ChatGPT generate and get any image you want and you can schedule this. So we can click right here. We go, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do get a new haircut here. How cool is this? And again, you can literally schedule this stuff or you can post it right now. And we'll click this right here. We'll do upload from media library. Okay. Click this right here. Okay. We add that image. We have it as the GMB. We're going to do call. So that's going to be the button. It's just going to be linked to the phone number or you can link to the website. And then from here, you can basically schedule these out. So you can basically have all of these posts scheduled, which is what I do. You have them all optimized. Or you can post right on the spot. So check this out. We're going to click post now. We come back to Google Business Profile and boom, look at that. My exact post that I just posted, it popped up. I did that all through HighLevel. How cool is that? And if you build all these up, you can schedule these and you call now and it's immediately going to make them call the number or visit the website or whatever you want it to do. So how awesome is that? So you can set up this entire thing from the HighLevel backend. It doesn't get any better than that. And the really cool part is this helps so much. And if you have access to their Google Business Profile, you might as well do it. It's super easy to do. It literally is just uploading images and having the right text with specifically keyword, location, and service, and it will help rank them so much further. But people just don't even think about this stuff. This, very important. Last but not least, out of the local SEO checklist is citations. So we've come in a Launchpad and we go all the way down to reputation. You'll come right in here and you'll go to listings. So all citations are, and they're paid, you have to pay for them, is it's links on other websites. And it's so easy. You activate the listing. They're different prices all across the board. They're very cheap. But what this is going to do is this is going to enable you to create all these mini websites, and it's super easy. I have full videos on my channel where you basically create these mini websites all across the internet instantly, and they all link back to one website, and they have name, address, and phone number on them. And this is really important because this heavily pushes the Google Business Profile. A lot of people have no clue about this. Like, they just don't do it. It's backlinks. Between those four things, these really do a lot in pushing the Google business out there. And it's one of those things where if you have a client and you want to upgrade them to a full local SEO reputation management package, adding citations on, it's gasoline on the fire because it turbocharges what you already have. If you have a poor profile, it's not going to help a lot, but if you have a good one, this helps so much. This pushes out again, and it's listing management, it's premium backlinks, and it's everything else that you need to grow this. Quick recap: you get all the content up to date, FAQs, make sure everything matches. You basically do your reputation management, you're getting the reviews on autopilot, you use the automation I set up. The GMB posts, you create those posts inside a high level, and you have at least 7 per month, more preferably, but 7 per month is the minimum, and then building out citations. And between these four things, you will get the Google Business Profile ranked #1 on Google. And if you do that, your client will make a ton of extra money, which makes you look way better, which ultimately in turn is just key to crushing this entire thing. And I know this is bonus content, but I make this because I want to help you. I know this can help you so much. And like, it's unethical of me not to share this with you, because if you know this cheat code, you'll make way more money. Like, I promise you, you'll make way more money. It's a cheat code for reputation management that very few people in the Go High Level space use. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to come into your Go High Level dashboard, then you're going to come right down to sites, and then you'll be brought right into funnels. As you see, we got a bunch of pre-made funnels here. We're going to get into that. But the first thing I want to do before I go through how to use a funnel builder, what steps are, how to build these things out and really create awesome landing pages, I just want to explain what funnels are and really how they're different than websites very shortly. If you're a beginner, please close attention because this is going to help a lot. A funnel is a step-by-step process that turns strangers into paying customers. It guides people through a journey from first hearing about you to trusting you to buying from you. This is really the 4 steps of a funnel. You have awareness, which is first people just knowing about you, because again, they don't know about you, they can't buy from you. Interest, they like the thing you got. Remember, not everyone's going to like the thing you got because you're going to hit random people when you have funnels. Desire, okay, they want the thing you have. And then action, they take out their credit card and they buy said thing that you have, service, product, etc. And that's how you make money. Now, the point of funnels is to really take cold people, okay, and find people and bring them in and sell them. It's one of the most effective ways of generating customers, because you can take people, guide them through the process, get them to trust you, and then ultimately get them to give you their credit card and buy your service product. Very simply, this is what a funnel is. It's just to sell people on a product. Now, websites and funnels are 2 different things, and I get so many people mixing them up and blending them. They're not the same things. What is a funnel? Okay, it's a path to guiding visitors to take an action, like buying, like we talked about before. Purpose, to get people to convert. It's very simple. It's simpler than a website, and its whole goal, okay, is to just sell people. And then down here, okay, it's paid usually, which is ads. This is the primary way to drive traffic to a funnel. They're built really for advertising, but paid ads is the main way this happens. Now, a website is different than a funnel because it's a collection of pages and info about a business. Its purpose is inform and showcase products. It's much bigger than a funnel. It's got multiple different pages, and it's not necessarily trying to make people buy right off the bat. And then down here, I have organic, and that's think SEO. It's slower, it ranks, it's a different kind of tool. Now, you could have a funnel on a website. That is something you could do, which is what a lot of people have. But the whole idea is that you are basically creating a funnel to sell people. Websites are more to build trust over the long haul. Websites are more of like your home base. Funnel is like your offense. So again, just know that those are the differences. Funnels are for people to buy. Websites are just to inform and build trust. And in today's video, we're going over funnels and websites. And I want to show you right here, this is what you're getting access to. These are all pre-built out funnels that I made and were adding more to the list as we speak. This will be down below. It is yours free. And what's really cool about this is I basically took funnels, tested them, and made sure they were high converting. I even show you the law firm funnel. It's beautiful. I mean, it looks awesome. It's simple. It's got the right CTAs, and it's yours to plug in place. You don't have to go through and recreate this process or use one of the templates and be like, oh, I'm confused. You can just use this. Built these out, taking a lot of time, sweat and tears away from you, so you can just use these and then get ahead. Again, I'm all about taking your time and cutting it in half so you can save more time and make more money. That's what the Go High Level Wizard is. That's what he's about. He wants to help you get ahead faster. And that's why I'm giving you all these for free. And I really think this is going to help you guys so much. Again, I love giving out freebies, not just to be like, oh, I'm the guy who gives. And again, I really genuinely want to see you win. That's why I give away a lot of this free stuff. I want to see you win. And this kind of stuff can help you win. So check these out because these are going to be awesome. Now that we understand what funnels are, I'm going to go through setting these up, the different types, and how to really make these awesome. And so you understand the funnel builder. So you can basically start building these out on your own as well and become a pro. So, I'm not just giving you fish, I'm teaching you how to fish. So the first thing is this basic layout. So all of your funnels will be right in here. And if you click these three dots, you can edit them, you can clone them, which is making 2 of them, duplicating, move to a folder, which you can create folders like all of my chiropractor funnels are in that one. And to do that, you can just go up here and click create folder. Okay. You then can upload a funnel template. This is a template on your agency view that you can use again and again. Share. This is how you want to share with people and give away. And then delete, you axe the funnel itself. So those are kind of options. This is the way the dashboard works. Everything's going to be laid out right here, and you can switch the way these are laid out like that. But really what we're going to be going into is building funnels. So to build a funnel, you're going to click new funnel, and you're really going to have 3 different options. So one is create from blank. This is completely from scratch. This is just building from blank page. Number 2 is funnel AI, which I have other videos on where you can use AI to build funnels. It just builds it in seconds. It's not super good just yet. It's getting better. It's going to be the future for sure. But right now it's like not amazing. And then templates is really what we're going to be working on today. Using is how to use one of their pre-made templates, because they've got thousands of them, which are already done for you. And you can use one of my templates, which are better than theirs. But basically you can use those to build out funnels. Now, one thing I want to show you really quick before we go into building this, if you are a funnels user, you can import from ClickFunnels to HighLevel. You're going to put in a name. We're going to do ClickFunnels test, put whatever name is, you're going to click create. And then what you're going to do once you have this blank is you're going to click add step or import. You're going to put the name of the funnel right here, the path, and then you're going to copy the URL of your funnel from ClickFunnels right into here, and it will pre-populate beautifully. It's so cool. I'm telling you, it's awesome. You can literally just snag the URL and put it right in here, and then it's going to basically import that entire funnel. Now, you still have to build out forms and do other stuff, but if you are a ClickFunnels user wanting to move to HighLevel, just know that you can do that. Please, if you're a ClickFunnels user, make sure you do that because that is awesome. It's insane. It's going to help you very much, and it will help you move over to HighLevel. Because to be honest, HighLevel is better than ClickFunnels. I know a lot of people may disagree with that, but in reality, there's just so much more you can do with HighLevel. It's better prices, and it just gives you the all-in-one marketing system to absolutely hammer your leads once they come in. So I recommend if you're using ClickFunnels and you want to move to HighLevel, check this feature out because it will save you so much time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to new funnel and we're going to choose from templates. Now you have so many different options. HighLevel gives you all these pre-made templates. You can see all of the niches over here on the side or different types, and you can go through and you can pick from a vast assortment of pre-made funnels. But I mean, you can just click this right here and you can preview said funnel by clicking it. Like, look at this, not bad. It's pretty good. Like, these are not bad, but that way you can check out these funnels, okay, and actually get a sneak peek to see, is this what I want? Is this what I want to use? And the cool part is they're already done for you. They're which again, work smarter, not harder. And all of those pre-made templates I have like this are better than these. They look even better. They're cleaner. They're even more optimized to sell. But some of the high-level templates are really, really good. So this is basically one of the ones you can pick. You can just go through and pick whatever you want. They also have a search bar you can search for right here. You have different filters. So you go through and you basically find what kind of funnel you want. And then once you're ready, all you're going to do is we're going to use this and we're going to click it, and you're going to come right up here and you're going to click continue. And from there, it's going to build out the funnel for you. It's going to take it and it's going to import it into your account. Boom. Look at this. It is now taking us into the funnel builder. What I want to do is I want to go back and first go over the opening part, which is this. This is your funnel settings. Okay, if we click edit, this is very much building your funnel. Okay, it's like where you make it look a certain way. This is the settings, how to make it live, how to look at your stats, all of that stuff. And right here, you'll see you have funnel steps. Now, this is much different than a website. A website doesn't have steps, it has pages. Now, what are steps? It is the steps in order which a funnel works. So remember, funnels are there to convert people, sell them to, your product. So when they start at the homepage, if they opt in or they click, book call, it's going to move them to the next step, which could be a booking page that would look just like this with a calendar where they can then book. And then from there, it's going to do a thank you page, which goes in and then says thank you. And you may be like, well, what's the purpose of this? Couldn't we all have it on one page? Well, a big purpose of funnel steps is for data. If they know, okay, when someone opted in and they clicked the link, it then went to the booking page. Okay, we're getting opt-ins. This is great, but people aren't booking calls. Okay, now we got to fix that. It gives you a wider range of data so you can improve it to make sure anytime people come to your page, they are constantly opting in and buying the thing or doing the action you want them to do. And that's what the funnel steps are. But they're also there for if you have like a webinar or, a free training, they would have to opt in on the homepage just like this. So they would come in, okay, to the homepage. They would click free discovery call or, the next thing they wanted, and then it would bring them to the next page. But that's what the funnel steps are. And you really got to understand that if you're having a big funnel, you're going to want steps involved. If you're doing a simple calendar funnel, you could just do 2, which could be, a page where they can click and get a calendar and then a thank you, just so you know that people are converting and going through. And if you want to add more steps, you come right in here and you just click add step. And all you do is you put in a name. So we're just going to do test, put in the path. We'll just do test as well. That's just like the URL and whatnot. And then create funnel step. And boom, you'll see right in here, it is now a funnel step. And then what we can do is we can use an existing template, okay, or we can create from blank and we can go in and we can edit this and we can create the step we want. Or we can use existing and then we basically choose what funnel you want to bring it to, funnel steps, and you can import stuff in. And if you want to delete any of the steps, we just click this X and get rid of it. Okay, so I don't need to add any steps because this is already added, but just know that if you need to add steps to your funnel, that's how you do it. You just click this button right down here and you're good to go. That's what funnel steps are. That's how they work. And this is how you edit them. You just click right here and you come in, you click edit, and then you edit a new page right there. And then you can edit each funnel step and make it look the way you want. And don't worry, we're about to get into the page part here in a sec. But if you click this, this just has you view the page, not edit, just view so you can see what it looks like. This is just base settings on this step. So this would be the name of it, okay, which is this right here. So if you want to change the name, we could go booking. And then if you want to rename it, you can come right in here, rename it right here, and then change the path, just the URL. So that's how you can rename it and do all the other stuff. You can delete funnel step right here, just like we did right up here with the X. And we can clone funnel step, which is basically just duplicating once. So you click this, and then you could basically create a split test, which is very similar, and then kind of play with it like that. So that's how we work the steps. And right here's the overview. This is just this page right here. But if we click products, this is then we can add products in. Again, if you don't know anything about products or how any of this works, please watch the other videos on my channel to go over this. I'm assuming you understand some of this. If you don't, drop a comment down below. And then publishing, same thing as before, the name of the step and then the URL. And that's how you basically edit that side. Now that's in steps. This is how you do everything regarding to the steps of the funnel. Then you have stats. This is your statistics on your funnel. As you see right here, someone looked at opt-ins, how many people clicked it. This is where you will see your data. So you can go, okay, people are opting in, they're not doing this, they're doing that. And it's how you basically get data involved, which is great. Sales. This is if you have a product, it shows you, okay, 5 people bought your product, 6 people bought your product. You can then see there and understand who's doing what. I don't use this, but I believe a lot of people do. Events. Okay, this is basically, we're going to go into more tracking code and pixels later in the video, but if you have a Facebook pixel and you're running ads to this or whatever pixel you're using, you can add it in here, but we're going to go over that later too. And then last but not least, we have settings, which is very important, which is where we can rename your funnel. We can pick the domain you connect it to because you have to make these live. This is where you're going to make it live. You're going to pick the exact domain and you're just going to click it and then it's going to be live. Then you can pick the path. Then you can put your fabric. That's that little image up in the tab. So you can see that. You then can put your heading tracking code, body tracking code. Okay, this is for Facebook Pixel and a bunch of other stuff. We're going to get into that later in the video because there's another place to put it. Chat widget. This is pretty cool. This is like a little AI chat widget that talks to people. That's more of an add-on, but if you want your funnel to be super juiced up, you can do that. Then to have payment mode on or off, you just toggle these. Require credit card on or off. Image optimization. This will just make it load faster. Optimize JavaScript, GDR compliant, depending on where you're at, click that on or off, and then you just click save. If you want to share a funnel, you can take this and you can just copy and paste and give someone the funnel and share it. Just to know, This is how you edit the settings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to edit said funnel itself. So the actual funnel, what it looks like. This is where you're going to edit, which is by clicking edit. You're going to want to edit a new tab because it's good to be able to toggle back and forth. If you click this one, it just opens in this tab. But again, we're now editing the funnel and not the settings. This is where you're going to configure everything. But now what we do is we go in and we set up said funnel. So here is the funnel. This is where we actually create what the funnel looks like. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is elements. Now, we're going to go over every single one of these and really what all of this does. But first, we just have to move step by step from left to right. So the first major hack in understanding how this works is you will take elements from the left-hand side, put them in the middle, and then to edit said thing in the middle, we then edit on the right side. So the right side is what edits the things we create. For example, when we click this text, it pops up over here. And this is how we create the size of it, as you see right here. We got the color, the margin, the padding, the animations you can add. So this is just a little quick tip that'll help you a lot is like, always remember that you're going to create on the left, you're going to put in the middle. So this is where you bring stuff up. And then to edit the thing you pulled from the left, you click it and it'll be on the right. That's how you get the sizing, the color, and all those other little features will be on the right-hand side. So first things first, we have sections. So every single thing in high level on the website builder, on the funnel builder is in a section. And you can drag and drop just like that. It's just drag and drop, simple as that. And these are sections, the little green thing. Okay. We have the purple one, and then you have the orange one, and then there's a blue one. And they all go in one another. So the orange is elements. The green basically is the biggest one. You got full width, wide, medium, small, and you can pick how you want your sections to be. Now in each section, you then have rows, which is how many little like columns per section. So let's say we create a section. So we're going to do a full wide right here. Okay, we have this right here. Then we have add rows, as you see right in here. So we can take this and we go 2, and now it's 2 of them little boxes. Now, if we go a step further, we now have elements, and these are the things that build the page, and we put those in here by clicking add element, and we just drag, drop, boom, we now have a headline. And everything in here is built up that all the stuff you see is elements. Pictures are elements, text elements, animations, all this stuff is elements. The rows and the sections and all this good stuff is just the building blocks in which you put said templates. All kinds of elements here. You got text, again, headline, subheadline, paragraph, bullet list, all that good stuff. You have buttons that you can just pull and drag in just like this. You'll see right there, it's very simple. You then have forms, which really quickly are very important for funnels. If you do not know anything about forms, please go watch my video on forms. Help explain a lot of things, okay? But I'm just going to show you really quickly. If we come into sites, forms will be right up here. And forms are the things that they submit. So it collects their info so you have more data. And you're going to need those. Same with calendars in order for this to work. Blog posts, navigation, social links, all this stuff. I mean, you got everything you could possibly want. Images, okay, FAQs, videos, you have custom code if you want to add special stuff, and surveys, calendars, maps, SVGs, review widgets, countdown, minute timer, day timer, navigation timer. You have all of the things you could possibly want. And to access any of this, you just drag and then drop. Simple as that. And on my website video, I click every single one of these and I click every single button on the right. So if you want like the ultimate in-depth tutorial on how to do every single thing, please watch that video. But that'll go into every single thing. You want something on this side, you drag over here. Okay, I like the text. And then once you have the thing, you're like, oh, I like this. You then come to the right side and then you can edit it. Okay, so you can make it into different alignments as you see here. We can make it different sizes right here. We can change the color right here. You can even put custom colors in, and you got everything you could possibly want. Padding to move it up, down, the side. Animations if you want it to kind of have a little flair to it. You got all the animations you could want. Advanced, which is border, line height, making it visible on the computer. Mobile, and then you pick. So you basically have all the options you could possibly want. So we're going to pick a video. We click the video. Guess what? We can come right over to the right-hand side. We can change the color, where you want it to be embedded, the link, advanced. It's the same exact rubric, okay, building block for every single element. Very straightforward. You pick what you want, you drag and drop, you then want to edit it, and then we come over to the right-hand side to edit said element. So that's the way it looks, the image, the color, the height, the font, you pick. So it's very straightforward. So again, one quick recap before we move on to the next part. You click, you find what you want here, whatever you want to add, you drag and drop it onto the page, And then when you want to make it look a certain way, you come right in here and then you find it, you pick what you want, color, font, image, etc. And then you come up and click save. And if you want to delete anything, we just click this right here. Or if you want to clone it, you click this right here. If you want to drag it, we move this right here. And if you want to move up and down, you click those bad boys. But watch this, we're going to delete all of these because we don't need junk. Boom. Okay, we're back to normal. Okay, so that is elements and how that works. Then we move on to pre-built sections. This is actually really handy. They added this recently, but you have all of these sections that are already pre-built, so you don't have to edit. So if we want to go in and let's say we want this right here, we can just take this and drop it right there. And now look, it takes a pre-made section, adds in. This is a really fast and easy way to spice up your funnel, like fast. And I mean, who doesn't want to do that? You can just take a pre-made funnel. You got an about, you got a call to action, you got FAQs, you got footers, you got guaranteeing awards, you got image sliders you can add, you got lists, you got mega menu headers, you got partners, you got plain section, you got products, you got store sections, which is awesome if you have e-commerce, team, testimonials, and welcome. And you got all kinds of options here. And all you got to do is drag them and drop them. And you now have pre-made sections on your funnel that you can add instantly. Guys, it hasn't been easier to build out stuff. Like there was so many little things, okay, that we had to add in, and it was so much customization. Now it's like you can be a complete idiot and just slap stuff together. So that's pre-built sections. Then we have saved sections. This is how you can actually save sections. Like I want to save this right here. You can save this and it will pop up inside of saved sections. So you now have that in your funnel to edit it for whenever you want. Then you have widget marketplace. You can add any other third-party widgets or really whatever you're trying to do here. You just click install or go through. Then we have buttons, which is already in Elements. Social media icons, which is already in Elements. Countdown timers in Elements. Images, you can add that in Elements. I mean, it's all of the same thing right here. And again, just like everything else, you take it, you drag it, you click it, you edit it on the right-hand side. The right-hand side is how you move it. It's how you change the size. It's how you change the color. Okay, you make it gargantuan, okay, like that. You change it, you edit it. It's where you fine-tune the elements in the middle of the page. And what I recommend you do when you're getting started with this stuff, come in here and click all the buttons you can and just play with it. You can become really a website and a funnel pro in a day if you actually focus. I know this because I've had students that are like, what is all this? This is crazy. And then they watch my video and they immediately get hands-on and then it all makes sense. It's actually very simple. And I know, guys, I'm throwing a lot at you. It's because I want you to be, fully prepared. But in reality, between using templates that HighLevel already built and some of the templates that I have right here, it's so easy to slap these together. I'm just showing you how to edit them if you want to change out pictures and all this other stuff. And by the way, a big question I was getting is how to change out pictures. If you click any picture you want, you just come right down here and you would just change it out just like this. You find the image you want, say we like this one, we click this, and then boom, it is now that picture, simple as that. So that is one way to change pictures, which is very simple. You come in right there and you click, and then you just make sure it's in there, and you have all these other options to edit it. Again, guys, in my website video, I go over what every single button does so you can fine tune your editing. So if you want to go in and you want to learn what every single thing does, please go check that out. So just bear with it. It might bore you to tears, but it'll show you how to edit every single little thing. For now, I'm just going over how to do stuff, not necessarily, how to do all the little granular details. You just click buttons and then, you add borders, you add colors, whatever. But that's basically how that part works. But that is the entire elements section. So that is what this does. It's how you add to the page. You create it, you make it look a certain way, and then you edit it on the right-hand side. So that's elements. Then we move into layers. Okay, so all layers is a way to find, if you can't select them. So if you're having trouble selecting this little box right here, you come right here and you start playing with this, and then you can play with it until you select the box like that. Okay, so that's all layers is. It's a way to play with the layers so you can find stuff if you got too much stuff on the page. Then we have pages. So remember the funnel steps we talked about earlier, how you have all the steps? You can move in and out, same with the website builder, by clicking this. So if we click this and we click OK, it's going to take us to the booking page. How cool is that? And then we can come in here, we can just toggle back and forth between our steps. And guys, really quickly, the website builder is the exact same thing except without steps. Like every button is the exact same other than steps. It's the same exact thing. So once you understand funnels, you by default automatically understand how to use the website builder. So that's a cool little thing that HighLevel did. Once you learn one of these and you understand the funnel builder, you understand everything. Then we have tracking code. This is if you have a Facebook pixel, you're running ads, Google pixel, whatever you're doing, you come in, you would paste it right in here and click save. And you have the header tracker and the footer tracker. And that's where you're going to put it. And you're just going to click save just like that. Then we have custom CSS. If you don't know what custom CSS is, it is like how to make a page look a certain way. HTML is like the text, images, basic stuff like that. CSS goes in and builds out like the bright, vibrant colors, the animations. This is where you would add it. Again, you can make your funnels look any which way you want. Then we have typography. This is like what fonts you want to pick for the websites, what colors. It's how you fine tune and pick all of the little things on said website, which is pretty cool. You pick them right here. You click, you select what you want, and then you play with the colors right there. Then you have background. This is if you want like a universal background image and then a background color. So you can kind of play with that. As you see, it's like popping out there, but you pick what you want right there. Then you have pop-up settings. So this is the pop-up that will pop up when you click the page. You've seen before, it's like this thing pops up and it's like, oh, sign up for 25%, whatever. This is where you'd add it and you just pick what you want. Same exact thing as before. You pick on the left, you add it on the right. And in here, you can disable the pop-up by clicking that and it will not pop up anymore. SEO metadata. This is really for websites. If you're running ads to your funnel, I wouldn't recommend you do this. It's kind of overkill, but it's also like, you're not really trying to rank a funnel unless you are, which do your own thing, to each his own. But this is where you would add all of your meta, descriptions and whatnot. It would be all right in here. Then we have preview custom codes. Okay, this is if you have any custom codes added in and stuff like that. Cookie consent, if you want to enable, hey, we collect cookies for the website. You would turn that on just like that and follow these steps. And then right in here, we have 2-column mode, okay, which is like that. Auto, which is just full, but 2-column mode is basically having the editing on the side. Now we move on to a really important part, which is desktop view and mobile view. You want to make sure that this is edited mostly for mobile view. The vast majority of traffic now in 2025 and beyond comes on mobile. You want to make sure the mobile looks good. And a little pro tip, pull out your phone, hop on your phone, check and make sure it looks clean. A lot of people just do this one and this one is good. It'll get it dialed in, but sometimes depending on the phone size and how it works, it might be a little off. So make sure the mobile view looks clean. Very, very important. That's like one of the most important things. And to make mobile view look good, you just want things to be sized properly from. You don't want it to be like lots of blank space because people are scrolling. They're like, oh, I'm already lost. I can't do this. You want it to be very straightforward and simple. This is pretty good. I may even reduce some of the sizing like this right here. So yeah, it's pulled it up. It's just too much sizing. But that's basically the way it works. You just want to make sure everything looks clean like this right here. We're going to come right here and we're going to do 10. See how I brought it back? It just makes it more scaled on a phone. It's not like all this extra blank space. So that's a really important thing you want to do is make sure it's mobile. Like I'm telling you right now, I cannot say this enough. You have to build for mobile. So many people build on desktop and they're like, oh, this is so great. And then they wonder why their conversions aren't happening. It's because you have people going to your funnel on said phone, looking at it and they're getting lost. What the freak is this? It doesn't make sense. You want to optimize mainly for mobile. It's because most of the traffic is there. Then right here, this is where you connect your domain. You just click connect domain and then you pick the domain you have in there. Then right up here, you have versions, which will show you all of the versions. You can undo your work right here. This right here, this little eyeball up here, this is how you view your website. So if we click this, what this is going to do is this is going to enable us to view it in real time outside of the editor so we can see, oh, okay, this looks cool. I like this. This looks good. You're going to want to do that a lot. And then we have save, which is this right here. Then we have publish. So that's it. It's as simple as that. That is the entire editor for you all in one. You basically have all these options and you can really create this any which way you want. Now, in reality, once you understand this, you won't have to build all this from scratch because all you'll have to do is basically come back, pick one of my templates, or come into a pre-made template, pick your template very simply, like whatever you want. And then it's so easy to go in and just change out some pictures and do some stuff and then you're good. So know that this actually isn't a lot of work. It's very easy because a lot of this stuff is pre-built. You don't have to spend so much time like, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's easy. You just pick what you want, you select it, you move through it, and then you're good. So the last thing I want to show you on this builder and really how this works is once you have this edited the way you want to make sure you check out the booking page and the thank you page to make sure they match your style. If you edit this one a bunch and then you go to the booking page and it's got a different logo, different colors, people may be like, what? So that's why you want to go in and edit that too. But once you have all the steps ready, you're good to go. And then you come into settings and you make it live. It's as simple as that. That's how you build funnels. That's how you do all of it. It's not rocket science. It's actually very simple and very straightforward. You just have to take the time to make it look the way you want. And then you start testing. And that's one big thing that's really important, understanding stats and looking at the data. If you're running funnels and you're running ads to it, don't just go, okay, is it working or is it not? Look why it's working, and then get rid of the stuff you don't need and keep the stuff you do so you can optimize it, make it better and better so you can get more and more sales. So that's the entire funnel builder in a nutshell. You now understand it. If you guys have any questions, please drop them down below. I answer very quickly so we can get through all this. So this is my list of funnels that I have created. You guys can get them completely for free down below. They're yours. You don't even have to sign up with my affiliate. Just take them. They're awesome. And you're also getting access to these automations, which we're going to get to in 1 second, which is part of funnels, which I have to break down because this is one of the most important parts that people absolutely bomb. They tank on this. They don't add automations, which is like they're just being idiots. But you can basically get access to all this down here, plus these amazing automations. You can really move faster and have really good funnel templates. But also, if you are interested in learning more about high level and getting more help in coaching and courses and more snapshots, go down below and sign up for my 30-day free trial. Okay. It's not a 14-day, it's an exclusive 30-day free trial where you get access to me, snapshots, coaching, live calls, one-on-one help. You get access to trainings on how to master high level, trainings on how to sell high level, trainings on AI. I mean, it's got everything. And if you don't believe me and you're like, Declan's just talking hype, go down below and click the link and see the testimonials, see the case studies. I mean, I am biased, but I can't find a lot of other people in this YouTube space on high level that have as many happy people and thriving people as me. One of the reasons why that is because we have some of the best support and we have some of the clearest, most up-to-date trainings and snapshots available. So we're now entering the final stage of this video, which is automations, okay, how to plug in automations and why this is so important. And then a little bonus, which is how to drive traffic to your funnels, which is just something I added in. You know, I was going to say, I'll just leave it at the funnel builder. It's all you need to know. But a lot of people will build funnels. I see this in the high level community all the time. They'll build funnels and then they're like, well, what do I do now? So that's one thing that we can do, which is really cool, which I'm going to help you with. But first things first, I want to break down automations and why this is so important. So with automation, one really important thing is understanding how automations work within a funnel. Pay close attention. When people come in to your funnel, and let's say they opt in and they want to get a free call and they want to do a lot of stuff, what often happens is people will go partway through, or they will come in and then they forget they had a call. That is where automations come in, because you want to have an automated sales process. When someone comes in, it starts messaging, it's sending them emails, it's sending them SMS going, hey, you opted in, let's go on your call. A lot of people will set up funnels and then not have automations. And so many leads just fall through the cracks and you don't make the sales that you deserve. Part of the reason is because you don't have your automation set up. So you actually don't deserve them. You have to set up automations. Okay. And we have a couple different automations here. We have a calendar, no-show, nurture. This is for if you're doing a straight up booking funnel. If someone comes in, they book a call, this is going to follow up with them, okay, and make sure if they miss the call that they come back. This is like a ton of sales right here. And I'm going to show you this one right now. So here it is. When appointment status is a no-show, it sends them an email, sends them an SMS, and it basically gets them and brings them back on the hook. And this is so important because if you get a funnel set up and you're getting all these people opting in, you will lose track of what's going on. The best sales systems, the people that make tons of money, they have dialed in systems. Okay, this is how you scale fast, and it's how you save time and do less work. You got to leverage automations and AI. Right here, you can add this in, which is just a game changer. E-commerce, abandoned cart recovery. If you have an e-commerce store and let's say you are trying to get more sales, people will go on, they'll fill up their shopping cart and then they'll leave. You don't want that. You want them to come in and you want them to buy your product. But a lot of people forget. I do this on Amazon all the time. I'll put stuff in my cart and then I'll just forget. And then they're pinging me, you know, we got Alexa over here that's messaging me. We got all this stuff that's like, hey, you missed out your shopping cart, blah, blah, blah. And it's basically going in and it's following up with me. And it almost always works every time. I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. And then I buy it. I want to make sure you have this. The abandoned cart checkout, someone's abandoned, and then it waits and it starts sending them email sequences so you can get more sales. This is proven to get more sales. Like there's a reason why big businesses and people that do well have automation set up. Like it works. That's why. Then if you have a funnel registration, okay, if you basically have, let's say, a webinar you're running on your funnel where they opt in and then it basically, they can like get access to a free training video. You then can set up this automation, which is basically going to give them a confirmation and then just follow up with them like crazy to get your leads warmed up again. And this one's pretty big. It's got a lot of stuff here, but this basically just follows up with them and just goes ham, which a lot of you guys are missing and you need it. So that's basically what that does. And last but not least, we have a funnel opt-in email follow-up. This is really important. If you have a funnel where you're just saying like, give me your email and you can get a free website or whatever, you want to make sure immediately you are contacting that list and you're warming them up as soon as they come in. The last thing you want is to have people come in and then all of a sudden you're missing your leads and you have this list of people that aren't being contacted. You want to immediately use something like this as a big juicy automation that's going to start hammering and just drilling people with emails. And if they don't reply, and they don't open, it's going to send them another one. And guys, all the work is done for you. You don't have to do any work. All this stuff is free. You can just pop this in and then you're done. Like, how cool is that? Like, you want stuff that's easier for you guys. You want to work smarter, not harder. And guess what? Set all this up for you so you can have it for free and absolutely crush. So those are what these 4 automations are. And it's so important, like critically dire important, that you have automations set up with your funnel. Have to. Like, if you don't have automations, you're just getting screwed. Like, I would recommend you have better ones and more. I just threw a couple in here to help you out. But this is ultimately how you will create a selling system that will absolutely print for you. But you got to have automations to set up. So make sure that when you build out your funnel, you have these set up. Again, guys, if you have any questions or confused at all, please drop a comment down below, because I see so many people that come in and they're just like, how does this work? How does this not work? Or what's going on? I answer so fast. I'm here to help you guys. We also got that community you can check out. I really want to see you guys win. And you can't win if you just internalize everything and you never ask questions. Like, you just can't. So now that you understand all this, I want to go into the final part of the video. And this is a complete bonus. If you don't want to learn how to get traffic to funnels, you can turn this off. Don't worry. I just added this in because I get a lot of questions on like how to make my funnel work better and like get more eyeballs on it. Okay. And first, obviously, you got to build out the funnel and do everything like I showed you, the automations, editing it, going through the builder. But a lot of people have no clue that you need to drive traffic to a funnel to really make it work. So what I want to do now is just show you 4 different ways where you can drive traffic to your funnel, which I'm telling you is going to help you a lot. So let's go into that. So there are really 4 different main ways to send traffic to your funnel, okay? Because in order to get eyeballs on your funnel and go through your funnel and become paying customers, you have to push them there. You can't just put out your funnel and people are going to come. The build it, they will come mentality is terrible. You actually have to promote it. So the first thing, and this is really the main way to drive traffic to your funnel, is ads. So you have a bunch of different options. You can run Google ads. Okay. You can run Facebook ads. You can run LinkedIn ads and a bunch of other ones. These are really the 3 best for getting service-based businesses. One thing I want to be really clear about though, with advertising, is it is one of the most powerful ways to scale fast. I mean, you can hit 10, 20, 30, 40K a month quick. The problem is you have to be skilled and you have to be willing to use a budget to spend. Okay. This is a big thing I see so many people do is they come in, they don't have a budget, they try their ads and nothing works. You have to be willing to test. And in order to test, you have to have a budget. So if you are broke and you do not have a lot of money, please do not run paid ads. It's one of the things that will only make you think this entire thing is a scam. And I see so many people, they'll spend money in paid ads and they're like, that didn't work. It's like, well, you had to test. So make sure you test if you're going to do this and make sure you have a learning budget. But just know that this is one of the most powerful ways to get clients. And in my private community, we go all into ads and really how to use it. So check that out too. Okay, next on the list is social media. This is probably the second best way to drive traffic to your funnel if your social media is popping. And there are really 2 different social medias I recommend. Number 1, YouTube. If you create highly niche content where you are creating a YouTube video on how to get ranked as a plumber online, this is a great way to drive traffic to a funnel. Like, one of the best, not as good as ads, but it's amazing. Or Facebook. Why is Facebook so great? Because A, you got Facebook groups, and B, you can post links and reach. You don't want to promote stuff like, links and service-based stuff on stuff like TikTok or even stuff like Instagram, because their link stuff is a little bit different. It just doesn't work as well. Now, yes, you can have great success on TikTok, but it's more influencer style, where Facebook and YouTube have a lot of the businesses. They have service-based businesses. They have the people with money that want to pay you. So if you're going to promote your funnel, put it in your YouTube description and make all your videos go towards that funnel. That is an excellent strategy that could print you dollars. Same with Facebook. It's an excellent strategy that can work very well for you. Then we have number 3, which is ultra powerful, which really goes hand in hand with social media and ads, which is email, SMS, and community. This is an incredible way to drive traffic. And it is kind of the best in a way, but it also has to do with both. This will always play a part in your funnel because you got to follow up. So let me explain these 3 and why they're so important, but they're also more important now than ever because of AI. And let me explain. So one of the reasons why this is AI proof is because it's going from rented. Okay. You own your list, you own your SMS, and you own your community. So it's a very powerful way where you can take your funnel traffic and you can constantly be bringing people back in, as opposed to like, oh, my ad account got shut down. You can keep running emails and keep posting here. So really high level, this becomes really effective because you can launch SMS and they got awesome automations to just absolutely hammer your leads. And then you have email, which is another great way to contact people and drive traffic to your funnel. Okay, let's say you build your funnel out and you're like, I've got a whole list of people that want to be healthy. You then send an email blast to this funnel saying, I can give you a free strategy call. You push it via SMS or email, and then all of a sudden you got all these book calls. How cool is that? driving traffic to your funnel so you can make money. That's what we're doing here. One of the most important things that is becoming very popular that used to not be is groups. You can use school, I love high level better, but you can use these communities. You can set these up and you can post in these and get free traffic. This, I'm telling you right now, will be the future of owned marketing because communities are becoming more and more popular because AI and social media is dividing people more and people feel more and more isolated. They feel more and more alone. And one of the best ways to get to know people and get better and have skills is to come and be part of a community. This is something that you can do and just absolutely crush with if you follow it properly. This is one of the most powerful things to do. And you got SMS, you got email, and you have communities to absolutely send as much traffic as possible to your funnel so you can get more eyeballs and ultimately get more customers. So last but not least, we have SEO, which I actually don't recommend doing for funnels. But if you're going to build a web page, like a city page that kind of is a funnel, then this can be really powerful. One of the reasons why SEO isn't the best for driving traffic is it just takes so long. Now, it can be an incredibly powerful way if your website is kind of like a funnel website and the growth is unlimited because it's free. And once you get it ranked, it's free traffic. You can pump traffic into your funnel just like that. But again, guys, to be 100% clear, this is the worst way to drive to your funnel because it just takes so long. So that's it, guys. That's how you drive traffic. I thought this would help. Okay, so you're going to come right into your account and you're going to go right down to automation. You're going to click it. Then you're going to look over and you should see this beautiful new button saying build using AI. If you don't see this, go into settings, go to labs and enable it. It popped up for me. If it hasn't for you, go check that and it should pop up. This is insane. Okay, I was super skeptical when I popped this up. I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these really jankety new high-level features that barely works. It actually works so well. Okay, so what you can do is you can basically click this and build in seconds using AI. Now, the old way, as you know, you click this, you start from scratch, you select a template, you go through yada, yada, yada. It takes a lot of time. Watch this. So I'm going to come right in here and I'm just going to type in anything. So you can just click these and they'll automatically generate. So I want to give it something that it doesn't know, something a little more unique. So we're going to do cold voicemail campaign with SMS and email follow up. Okay, so once we have that dialed in, we're just going to click build workflow. And as you see here, it's going through each of these. And when I first started this, I was like, okay, it's going to be minutes, at least 5 minutes to do it. It is literally seconds. Like I will stay on right now with you and talk through this process. Look at this. It's creating it so fast. It's in seconds. Okay, it's under a minute. I'm looking at generating actions and triggers, finalizing and validating. It's going through this entire process off of a prompt. Okay, you have to understand that was a prompt. I didn't click the button down below. I just typed in something. And I know they don't have any recipes with the voicemail and the SMS follow-up like I just typed in. They don't have that. I know that for sure because I just checked it. And look at this. Look at that. Look how dope that is. It just created me an entire campaign. Look at this automation. I mean, this is actually a good automation. And this isn't like a recipe that it pre-built. That is something unique. Now, yes, you're going to want to add your voicemail in, and we'll go over this in a second, of like tweaking it. Like you got to actually do it, but it built it out in seconds. I mean, that is insane, and it works well for beginning new features. So now what I want to do, okay, because I want to test this a couple more times just to show you, I want to add a couple more exciting things in there to see what we can get. Things that are more complex. I want to kind of stretch it and see if it can get it. Because I mean, this stuff is basic. Set up email drip campaigns, notify customer, and all that stuff. By the way, if you click these, it'll just plug it in. You can click build workflow and it'll do the same thing. But those are generic. I want to try more complicated things that aren't in the recipes to see if it can get it. Okay, we're going to do send review request on WhatsApp, email, SMS, wait 1 hour, then repeat. Okay, let's see what we can get. Let's see if this is as good as the last one. Guys, that is a complex request. That's not just like build me an email campaign. That is like multiple different medians for contact with a wait period. So, I mean, we're just going to stretch this and see how far this can go. Because guys, this is really helpful. I'm going to be using this all the time. Okay, you saw that one was fast as crap. Whoa. Okay, I actually haven't tried this one. That is sick. It actually has the weight. That is awesome. Look at that. I mean, that is not something that you can even get in the recipes. That beautiful little repeat thing right there. Look at that. That is insane. I'm telling you guys, the future is here and it's coming fast and AI is amazing. I mean, that's insane. Now, obviously, you got to go and you have to make sure you have the right templates, but like it built out the entire wireframe and soon, very soon, this is what I'm predicting, is you'll be able to put in a big prompt in here, like a really big and be like, I want this email snippet I want this email template, this text message snippet, and it will craft it for you. I mean, guys, this is one of the best new features I've seen HighLevel release in a long time because it actually works well. Usually when you get these new features in HighLevel, it like barely works. That works. That was really good. I gave it a complex thing and it worked. So guys, drop any comments down below if you have questions on this. This is insane. You got to check this out. You got to play with this. This is awesome. So one last thing I want to show you, if we click into the automations, is just this right here. So this is another part of AI. You don't have to use this, but this is actually helpful to help you basically guide you through your automation. So in here, you have 8 different boxes. Number 1, you can ask it questions and it will just guide you on building workflows. Number 2, you have assist with building. This can help you build workflows out here. Number 3, you can add an action, okay, which will help you come and go through which actions and triggers, guys. Then configure action, okay, going through the same thing with recommendations for you to do. Suggest the next steps, like how do we make this better, improve it. Describe the workflows to go through so you basically can fine tune it. You can optimize it, and then you can get support articles, or you can just ask it questions like, how do I make this better? This is part of the AI suite, the AI employee to help improve. It's pretty cool, but like this is a game changer. So obviously this helps a lot. You got your 8 different suggestions here to help you build anything else out on your workflows, which does help a lot. But really the real winner here isn't this workflow AI that helps you with your automations, though it is great. And I showed you how to do it. It's this right here, which is building automations from a prompt. I mean, this is like N8, N level stuff, but better because it's part of HighLevel. And HighLevel's better, all right? So this is awesome. I mean, I am blown away by this. W to the HighLevel team, okay? This is dope. I love it. Super, super cool. And actually works well. Like, I was blown away. I'm telling you, HighLevel's new features almost always don't work the way you want them to work. This one's working pretty well right off the bat. So the last thing I want to say is when you build these automations, make sure you test them. You come up here, you can click test workflow, and you can go through to make sure it's actually working. You can also have the AI over here help you make sure it's right. And I recommend you do that. Don't just immediately generate with AI, then think it's working, because you have to configure stuff. Always test your automations, because once they're working, you are good to go. So guys, that's it. I hope this helped you. So if you are more interested in HighLevel's AI and actually starting an AI agency, I have a 30-day free trial link of HighLevel right down below, where if you sign up with that, you will get access to over $10,000 worth of bonuses for free. Okay, that's 4 live coaching calls per week on Zoom. You can access tons of trainings on HighLevel AI, like just everything in this space pretty much. Tons of awesome premium snapshots in almost every vertical. Tons more AI prompts, okay? Sales scripts, private community ask questions, and so much more. I mean, this is the most decked out community I have ever seen with the most support. It is insane. If you don't believe me, I recommend you go right down below. You click the link and you just see some of the testimonials. You see what's going on. You just see what kind of community we're building, because it is insane. And again, all of that is free when you sign up with that 30-day free trial link down below, and we get you into HighLevel. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below so I can answer. Right back to the video. So now what I want to show you is Ask AI. This is basically an agentic AI solution inside of HighLevel. It is in its beta stages. It's newer. It's not super powerful yet, but this is possibly one of the most powerful things HighLevel has ever released, and it will be even bigger in the future. As of right now, it's not perfect. I'm telling you, it is insane. So it's right up here. Click Ask AI, only visible for agency admins. Basically, what this is, it is an agentic AI. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically having like an AI employee or an AI assistant. It is like a sentient AI that could come in and do stuff for you. Like it can do jobs for you. So as you see here, it's like draft a social media post, summarize a contact. It's actually generating these things, like generating a funnel. And it's going to get better and better to the point where you can just ask it questions, do it for you. It's going to be like your own support. And as you see behind me, I'm a gold SaaS winner. I love SaaS, and I think AI SaaS is the future. These are going to go hand in hand with AI agents, and it's all going to become one big thing that'll help service-based business owners so much. Because what you can do once this gets really improved is if you have clients on your white label, this can be their support. You won't need white label support necessarily, because they can just come in and ask this to do stuff, and then you're getting the rebilling. You're collecting the money for them using it. Like the ways to make money are just going to get more insane as we go through this, because AI can do more and more. And this is only in its infant stages, but it will get better. So if we want to do something, we can come in here, we'll click draft a social media post, and we're going to have it basically draft us a post. So boom, right there. I didn't tell it to do anything, so it kind of like just gave me that, but you could be like, for hair salon. And yes, this is just a super basic example. There's so many different things we can do here. And again, it's in its infant stages. But the reason I bring this up is it is what they're putting a lot of their energy into, and it's going to just get better. You'll basically see that you can ask it questions. So right now it can't do a lot, but in the future you can be like, hey, generate me an email campaign and then basically send it out and then like all this crap, or create me an automation. It will be able to do it, and it's only going to get better. I'm telling you guys, this is the thing you need to watch out for, because this will be the most powerful feature ever in high level. And it's going to have everything built into it. And all you'll have to do is come on and just be like, hey, do this for me, do that for me, do all this stuff, and it will do it for you. So like, this is really insane. And if you guys are a little worried, like, won't this replace everyone, humans, everything? Not exactly, because humans still have to sell said product because there's regulations on AI selling it. So this will be extremely powerful. And I'm looking forward to this, and it's insane. So drop a comment down below if you're shocked by this, because this is possibly one of the most powerful things. And if you come in here, you can see your chat history. Simple as that, but you can add anything else in as is. But that's basically Ask AI. You can just ask it tasks. It's not super powerful yet, but I promise you it will get only more powerful with time going on. So now what I want to do is go over a couple bonus tips, hacks, tricks, so to speak, and just explain a little more on other parts of high levels AI. So the first one I want to go over is AI employee. I get a lot of questions about this. All this is unlimited AI for a fixed price. Now, as of right now, I actually recommend just doing the paper usage because it's cheaper. So basically the way high levels AI pricing works is per every minute you see here, a message, review, whatever it's generating, it'll cost you this much money. So it's very cheap, very, very cheap. With AI employee, what you're basically getting for 97 bucks a month is unlimited of all of this. Now, here's the thing. As of right now, okay, and I always tell the truth. That's why I'm here. I just want to basically give you the best thing. This is cheaper. And I actually have a high-level AI employee code that I would try to get you to use, but it's actually to your detriment as of right now, because you'll pay 97 and probably not even get close to the usage unless you crazy volume. But a lot of people don't. So really what I want to show you with this is just that these are the pricing chart. The 97 for AI employee is just per month for unlimited. Now, if you want to see this exact page, it's help.GoHighLevel support solutions articles. You can just type in AI employee Go High Level and you'll find this up first, but it goes through all of this. So again, that's how the pricing works with AI. You can even see it, I believe, in the dashboards, but this shows you how much everything is, and it's so cheap, guys. So cheap. And if you have, let's say, an AI voice agent that lands one client because of this, or gets in one qualified lead, I mean, it pays for itself like 20 times pretty much. I mean, it's just so cheap. And the 97, again, it's like I've run really high volume. Like my chatbot will have like so many conversations, literally hundreds, if not thousands in a month. And I still don't even get close to the 97 because it's so cheap. So maybe it'll change this, but as of the making of this video, I would recommend, unless you have stupid volume, okay, don't use the AI employee. Yes, I know, shocker, but I'm trying to tell you the truth because I want you to save money, but I also want you to make this work. And this right now is gimmicky. Maybe they'll change it and it will be better, but as of right now, it's not the move. So I highly recommend you come in here, okay, and that's what you focus on. And if you're confused at all and like, well, how do I know if I have enough usage? Well, this is what I would do. I would calculate your average per month, or just how much you usually do per month, okay, by just going into the dashboard like I showed you before, which is right in here. If we come to AI agents, content AI, you can kind of see how much you generated. And if you're confused at all, like, well, how do I figure out if it's worth 97? Like the usage goes up. Just calculate the amount you have. You can go into your sub accounts, you can see that. That way you'll know exactly how much you pay and then is worth it or not. But most of the time, the paper usage is worth it. So now what I want to show you how to do is how to actually turn on AI in sub accounts on agency. This is a little more high level, but I thought I'd throw it in here because this is all about AI. So you come right into sub accounts. And let's go right here to Arctic Air Solutions. So we're going to click this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through this, and I'm going to show you the rebilling side of things. So right in here, we're going to go all the way to rebilling, and in here, you'll see the AI sub. So if you don't know what rebilling is, especially for the 497 plan, this is like when they use your feature. So they use, 12 cents of content AI. You can raise the price a bit so you make a little money. So you skim off the top. So if you come right in here to rebilling on your sub accounts, let's go content AI. Okay, right now it's 0.5, but if I toggle this to the right, you'll see my profit goes up. So I'll be making just a tiny bit on every time they use it. And guys, dialing and rebilling is hundreds, if not extra thousands per month going in your pocket. I have other videos on rebilling, so I'm not going to go into the whole rebilling thing, but it's super powerful. And as you see here, you can tweak said rebilling on anything on these sub accounts, or you can just turn it off, but that will charge you. A lot of people, for some reason, suck at dialing and rebilling. Figure out what your clients use the most. Make sure you obviously tell them, don't just be raising stuff without their permission, but make sure you have something in a plan where you dial it in just right, because you can make a lot of extra money off it. And they're already paying for it. It's not like you have to up some, they're already going to be paying for it. So you might as well make a little bit off, and it adds up over time. So that's how you would do it on this side of things. If you want to enable AI employee, come down to settings, come right into AI employee. Guys, this is all an agency view. view, by the way. And you would come right in here, and let's say you click this guy right here. You could do bulk actions, okay? And then right down here, we could do enable AI employee or enable summer of AI or stuff like that. But that way, if you click this, enable AI employee, it's going to enable the AI employee that we talked about earlier, which again, you don't have to use. But what you can also do is you can just toggle the rebilling on. And if you've already gone through us right over there in the rebilling section, you then can basically collect a little bit over that. And again, guys, rebilling is really great for making extra money. For some reason, very few of you do. Okay, one of the other things I want to show you really quickly is just kind of the placements of AI. They've recently moved these around, but if we come right into AI agents, you'll see AI right here. But if we also come right down into settings, you'll see the AI down here as well. Okay, and here's the interesting part. It's kind of the same thing. So for these other things in settings, it's not the same as in the first like regular dashboard, but a lot of this will be very similar and actually will take you to it once you create it. So if you create an AI voice agent, it'll take you down there. So know that they've recently added this and it's now there, but you can get to it both in the settings side of things, which is right down here, and in AI agents. Just a little pro tip so you understand what's going on. Some people like freak out, like, where did it go? What's going on? It's like, it's all right there. Don't worry. But that's the little way you can do it. Another little pro tip here is if we come into settings and we go all the way down to labs, I always recommend you check this, okay? And you can do this on agency view as well. But what labs are, if you do not know, it is basically you being able to demo and test beta features. No, but these are huge. And you can see right here, enabling, through 100 through 65 days. But what this has is a lot of things, especially with AI, that you can enable before they're released. And so many people don't use these. For example, I was using the follow-up on the AI chatbot way long ago, months ago. And people were like, how do you get the AI chatbot to follow up? How do you get it to send those outbound follow-up? No one could do it without automations. Me, on the other hand, I'm just looking in labs. I'm like, toggle on, boom, extra money made just like that. That's how awesome it was for me. It was like extra money, extra leads, all this stuff. It's crazy. It was awesome. Right? But again, labs is there and it's free and you can click it and you can try their features. Use it. For some reason, a lot of people don't seem to know this is a thing. This is why I'm bringing this up in this video. I want this to be the ultimate AI tutorial so you understand what's going on. And I'm telling you, they often have features in here that are mind-blowing. Like that outbound follow-up on the AI chatbot was huge. I waited literally a year for that. It came out. I was using it for a couple months before, and it blew me away. And a lot of people weren't using it. They were creating automations. And then I was like, guys, go into labs. You can just enable this and you get access to it. And then you're good to go. The reason they put it in labs is there's often bugs. It never works perfectly. So they want a demo. Hence why it says beta program. So it's not the full thing. Man, does this help so much. And I always recommend you check labs, guys. Please check labs. The last thing I want to show you, very important, this last pro tip, is just with AI in general. In high level, it's constantly getting better. They're constantly updating. They're constantly redoing it. Always test, okay? This is something that I see a lot of people do, especially for voice AI and conversation AI. Okay, when you build said AI agent, make sure you test. Please. So many people come in, they'll just throw stuff in and immediately launch it to their clients. And then they'll be like, it didn't work. It didn't answer properly. Bad things are happening. It's like, dude, you didn't test, man. You got to test. There's always going to be little tweaks. Okay, this is just a fact of life. You're not just going to have everything perfect out the gate. I know some of you guys are perfectionists because this is not real. No one's perfect. We're all flawed. So make sure, just a little pro tip, that once you go through this, you want to come right into bot training and you want to ask it questions till you get it right. And then once you launch it live, you'll probably have a couple more tweaks, but it'll save you a lot of stress and it'll just make everything so much easier. So that's it, guys, for the pro tips. If you have any questions on these little pro tips and little things or anything at all, drop a comment down below so I can answer you and I get you up to speed. And I really want this to be the in-depth, high-level AI tutorial so you understand everything with high-levels AI because it is amazing. And I'm telling you guys, I'm just calling it. And I said this in the Sean Clark interview and he seconded me. I believe that AI and high level are going to go into one, and high level is going to become one of the best business AI platforms available anywhere because it's got everything. Other companies don't have this. They have just like an AI agent, an AI chat, but they have like one part of this. This has a CRM, it has calendars, it has automation, it has everything built in, so you can have the ultimate all-in-one AI powered system for businesses. And with the way their sales works, you can just crush with it. So it really is the best. So again, guys, questions, drop them down below. Hope these pro tips helped. Thank you so much for watching. I seriously appreciate your guys' viewership. If you have any questions at all, drop them down below. I answer very fast, as you see, and I'm here to help you. Seriously, that's what I want. I also have some socials down below. You can message me if you have any questions. Like, I want to make sure you guys are up to date. If you want the AI prompts, they're just right down below this video. So check them out. If you are interested more about having an AI agency, I have that 30-day free trial link down below. I'm going to link a video at the end of this video. It's going to pop up right on the screen. I recommend you watch it because it's going to go in depth on the community, what you're getting, how this works, and so much more. That way you can really see what's going on here. And I think it's really going to help you. And I think you're really, really going to like it. So make sure you check it out because it's going to blow you away. So thanks again. Drop comments down below and make sure you watch the video that pops up at the end of the screen.